Fuck it, we're going live.
Fuck it.
Hold on, let me see. I want to see output.
Yeah.
Recording.
Uh-huh.
All right, then I'm gonna try recording another one of these streams to just see if I can get a better quality, and I'll see what happens because I haven't recorded the last two Dogma streams.
Oh.
But
well, I mean, you can just download them off Twitch.
well, exactly, because the audio was all fucked up, and look, again, I've been extremely tired as of late, so
yeah.
I got the first Dragon's Dogma video, and I was like. Excuse me, the second Dragon's Dogma video was the one that I recorded. Yes. But the audio came out fucking horrible, and I couldn't hear anything because it was absolute dog shit. Because, here's my theory, it was recorded onto several different tracks, so that the audio was playing on multiple levels, and so all of them were playing at the same time, making it sound terrible. That being said, if I just take it into an NLE, then I can delete one of said tracks, and we can just have good audio, and it's not a big issue at all.
Is it a problem while we're streaming?
No, that's the thing. I saw the stream shit, and it's not a problem at all. But, you know, it's a problem during the recording, which probably means that the recording is recording multiple instances of the same audio track, making it sound like dicks.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So...
Yeah,
it should be a non-issue.
Yeah.
But, you know, I was too tired to recognize that, hey, there might be an incredibly simple solution to this.
Yeah, okay.
Also, I have my wine and cheese for dinner tonight. Which is that's fine, right? That's normal.
Yeah. It's European.
It's European. Hey.
Yeah.
You made me not like wine and cheese. Anyway.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were racist against the entirety of Europe.
How can I be racist against the inferior Europe? What? I didn't say it.
They're not people. You can't be racist against
exactly. It's Europe. What, do you think I'm going to be kind to the French?
Yeah, well, man. They make good wine and cheese, just saying.
You know what? Never mind. They've got me on this. Shall I go have a liaison with the king's wife?
Sure, why not?
All right.
And then you can romance their daughter too while you're at it.
I don't think they have a daughter. Do they have a daughter? I hope
sorry.
They don't fucking
How many kingdoms are in this game? Because like,
we are in an empire of sorts, aren't we?
Okay.
Well, he's the duke. What
I remember you meeting a princess who's in her 20s but looks 12.
Yeah. That one. That's the wife.
That's the wife.
Yeah, it's the wife.
She's married.
Well, married is a strong word.
I mean, yes. Generally speaking, it's a pretty strong word.
Bitey face. I forgot about
like, legally speaking, it's a pretty powerful word.
Journal entries. Okay.
In fact, that's generally how queens obtain their title.
Ooh. Saucy.
Yeah.
Don't need a rusted dagger. We need a rusted dagger. All right. Rest until nightfall.
Yeah, all right.
Take a bite of cheese.
Sure.
All right.
What kind of
just
cheese?
for the people watching the VOD, because I don't want to explain this too many fucking times.
Sure.
The reason I haven't been around is my dog is fucking dying. He's got a giant hole in his fucking leg.
Yeah.
And you know, he's on pills that make him hungry and poop a lot. And so I have to deal with that. So that's why I'm tired all the time now.
Yeah,
and I'm not here.
It makes sense. It's why I am absent.
It's why I'm absent. Well, I don't want people to think that I'm some sort of absentee father or something like that.
Do you have like a doctor's note that you can show me in the Twitch chat so that?
Yeah, it's right here. If you had a camera, you'd see me holding up my middle finger right now.
Oh, okay, sure. Because I'm sorry, but 3 unexcused absences means you get expelled from the channel. So that's just,
well,
yeah. Uh-huh.
I guess I'll have to make my own ClearPearl productions.
Yeah,
With
okay.
blackjack and hookers and a
Yeah.
living dog.
Uh-huh.
A not dead dog. That will be on the channel. He'll be
Yeah.
around and he'll go bork bork and I'll be like, yes.
Indeed.
Indeed. Well said.
Maybe you can.
Well
maybe
said,
you can
Wallace.
do the, maybe
Yes.
you can do
Woof.
the John Truck route where they just like voice over his parent or whatever. And then he later admitted to saying that that was like the worst part of video editing was his fucking bird.
Of course it was.
He's like, yeah, that's why you don't see my bird on any of my newer videos, because I just kind of fucking hated it.
I love. Why are you always hanging out in? Why are you always hanging out by the treasure room? Wait, what? Wait,
because he's
what the fuck is going on?
He's guarding it.
First off, what kind of name is Sir Tedrick?
No, you were struggling.
Second,
Yeah.
struggling for what?
You
What
were
the hell?
You just trespassed in
They
the
threw me
treasury
in the
room.
fucking dungeon again.
Yeah, because you were trespassing.
What the fucking? Do I just stay here
locked.
now?
Yeah, I guess you're fucked. Oh wow.
Just gonna have some mushrooms to eat.
Hey, we're gonna have to get your lawyer or something. Get you out of there.
Gonna throw this pot here. I'm the fucking Arisen.
Yeah. But does the Arisen have a law degree?
Okay, sure.
Do as you're told.
Pay the guy
boy.
$5,000 and I get to just leave? Sure, whatever. You won't catch me giving a shit.
That just tells me that jail's for poor people.
Yup.
Yep.
You don't know how right you are.
It's true.
Yo, just to get a little controversial here.
Uh-huh.
Does Bale make any sense to anyone?
I mean, it's got to make sense to somebody, right?
It's just...
Or else we wouldn't have it.
If you're already getting put in jail,
Right.
you're suspected of a crime.
Right.
But if you have enough money,
Uh-huh.
you're not suspected anymore?
Well, you're still suspected. You just can.
But you
murder
could
more
just
people while you're-
now you can go back to the bar.
Yeah.
You know, you've got your DUI already. You've got
you're
20
probably
grand as well, so you can
Yeah, I
head
mean,
back out to Moe's and enjoy yourself.
You're probably considered a flight risk, but other than that, like.
Wine
Yeah.
and cheese, one of life's simplest pleasures.
I was watching the previous to newest season of Better Call Saul.
Oh fuck. Okay. I don't want. I guess I don't really care about spoilers. I'm thinking of watching the show. It's been almost a decade since. Fucking Breaking Bad came out in 2013, brother. Can you fucking believe that?
You're talking about Breaking Bad. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Better Call Saul.
No. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying I've kind of got the hankering for it now as it's been so long since Breaking Bad. I think I can accept that there's more than meets the eye there.
Sure.
But you can continue. I don't mind light spoilers.
I haven't seen the newest season yet because it's always one season. It's always one season behind on Netflix. So, the episode I was watching. This is a very light spoiler. There's a character, and he is arrested.
Really? In a lawyer show? No. In a lawyer doesn't make sense.
And he calls the titular lawyer character.
Oh.
Is your mind blown yet?
Holy shit, man. It's crazy. You mean he doesn't call the meth dealer?
Right.
I thought this was a universe with only meth dealers in it. It's like an anime where you, instead of catching all the Pokemon, you got to be king of the meth dealers.
I was just gonna say, like, it's like the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh show where, like, instead of the police arresting you for kidnapping grandparents, you have to enter a fucking tournament of card games.
Ooh. The person who sells the most meth wins the Crystal Crown.
The Crystal Crown. I want the Crystal Crown.
Well, you better get your meth game up.
Damn, I gotta kill both my parents now so I can have a tragic backstory and have a chance of winning this Crystal Crown tournament.
Can you check the audio so I know whether or not that joke is making it into the video?
I did briefly check and I heard both our voices. So,
okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
that's
I can check. I can check for realsies if you want.
Yeah, check for realsies.
Yeah,
then we
okay.
can talk more about this Crystal Crown. Because
Yeah,
Lord
okay,
knows
yeah,
I want in on this tournament as well. Man. Can we go? Can we make teams to compete for the Crystal Crown? Will we have to cut the Crystal Crown in half, or will we be able to? What the hell?
I want to make teams.
Who the fuck are you? Who the hell is this guy? Why do soldiers keep walking up to me and just saying vague insults and threats?
Okay, I think we're good.
What the hell? Huh?
Did you get arrested again?
What's going on?
What the hell? You just bribed your way out. I thought you were good.
What the hell?
Aren't you good now? You bribed that guard. What the fuck?
What's going on? Why don't
Maybe they heard us talking about the Crystal Crown.
This is so stupid. Come on. Hey man, help a brother out. Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Out. Let me out.
Let me out. God. You're making me really not want to fuck the Duke's wife now. I'll have you know. This is a real problem for her.
This is a big pain in the ass for me, as the guy who's gonna break up the Duke's marriage.
Oh,
what
God.
was I saying? Oh, right. So there's an episode of Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
And there's a character who is arrested, and he's arrested for a crime he didn't commit.
Ooh.
But he was framed because he was framed by the competition basically.
Okay.
So he calls Saul.
Oh.
And he's
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
He calls Saul, does he?
He does call Saul, yeah. And he's like, and Saul's able to get him out on bail, but the bail is $7 million in cash.
Well, why would he do that?
Well, well, there's a whole thing.
I understand.
Yeah, but
There's a thing about it.
There's a whole thing about it, but the point is, the bail is $7 million. I mean, the judge sets it that high because the judge is like, there's no way he's gonna pay a fucking $7 million cash bail or whatever, and then he does. And there's literally a scene where the fucking bank teller is just putting all the money in the fucking machine to count it, and they're just looking at this guy.
Woo!
They're just like, really?
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I would be pretty fucking confused as well.
Yeah.
It's like that Tommy Wiseau scene. Well, do you remember the Disaster Artist? Where the titular Seth Rogen, who I think he's the DP.
Do you know what titular means?
Yeah, that's why I'm using it.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
So the titular DP Seth Rogen.
Sure.
He goes to try and cash the check for the terrible movie, and it clears.
Right.
And he's like, "What the hell?" And then the bank teller leans in and says, "This is a money hole. It's endless." It's the funniest fucking thing.
Just do what the weird guy says. Make his stupid movie.
He'll pay you. He will pay you.
Uh-huh.
What was I saying? What was I saying and thinking? Oh, I had something to... Oh, right. I'm gonna go try and fuck the Duke's wife one more time before it's just not worth it anymore.
Maybe there's a way you can get in there without trespassing.
As far as I can tell, I'm not trespassing.
Well, you keep getting arrested for some reason.
I think I did something fucked up. Like, I've been arrested already, and all the times I've either escaped or bribed my way out. It's not like I've actually paid my debt to society, you know?
I see, yeah.
I just don't know if that's gonna work like that.
So like you still have a crime to be in jail for.
Yeah.
on your head. You just keep breaking out.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's gonna make it difficult if every time you walk by a guard you get arrested again.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, it says the Night Watch is currently on patrol. If you stay here, you might get sent to the dungeon.
Really?
That's
Wonderful.
what it said on the screen.
Okay. I'll just.
So it might just be like
avoid. I'll avoid them.
It's like that Zelda quest where you have to just sneak around all the bushes and shit to to get to the girl.
I see.
Yeah. Did you just walk the fuck Pat right behind that guy?
He's not a knight. He's a guy.
No, he's just some guy. Okay.
Who are you? Huh? Who are you?
Arisen, I would speak with you. Privately.
Okay.
This is not the place. Meet me.
It's after
Hi.
dark.
I'm some potato.
I need. Okay, I guess I'm going to the courtyard.
Meet Fidel at night.
Fidel Castro? Well,
I was gonna say like, wait, but I'm already meeting fidelity.
ooh. Oh shit! I just have to talk to this bitch. But wait, where's the? Hold on. Quest. Let me meet Fidel at night, and then I'll talk to that bitch.
Okay.
In the meantime, oh, I can't even steal their herbs.
What about their spices?
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. Should
Yeah.
try that out.
Yeah.
All right, Fidel.
Did you hear about
Oh no! I just opened a door. I don't want to accept my fucking fate. I hate all of you so fucking much.
Accept your fate.
Now I have 2 quests that I have to do at night. I can't just turn it down now. Oh, this is so stupid.
Can you just wait out your sentence? Is that a thing you can do?
Probably, but would you rather this be a podcast or a Let's Play? Like,
Fair enough.
I mean, I don't mind either.
Well, I didn't
90% of the reason I do this is to just talk about shit.
Well, I didn't know if there was like a fast forward button or something.
Right.
Just be like,
one more time.
Stand here for a while until you're not in prison anymore.
No, see, this is actually a totally legitimate copy of the game, so it's not like I can fast forward anything.
All right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. See, I really wish I had a totally legitimate like Xbox 360 version of the game.
Yeah.
Which would really help the situation.
Uh-huh.
What was this game originally put on? Was it PS3 or?
Yeah, I remember PS3 was the one I played it on.
Was it? It wasn't like 3. This is too good for 360, I think. Which is, that's
PS3.
saying a lot.
That
was 360
era,
PS3?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, PS4 and Xbox One were like the things, and now it's PS5
the
and
360 and the PS3.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. The 3
Yeah.
just feels like such a weird era to me, because I think it might have sucked.
Well, no, the PS3 lasted a while.
Yeah, but name all the famous PlayStation 3 games. Don't mention Bloodborne. Shut up.
You mean like
Bloodborne? Was Bloodborne? Oh crap! Cat's calling me. One moment. What up? We're live.
Like, all of the From Software games, basically, other than like the newest ones.
What's up? Okay. One moment. Hold on. I gotta go for a second. Hold on.
Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. I'll just talk about Coop Foulbutt and his brilliant visage. Is that how you say it? Visage? Or his visage? 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 I don't know. Oh, he's still playing. He's just muted. Did he mute the mic? Hang on a second. I should probably check that.
The stairs ahead lead atop the castle walls.
All right. Just wanted to make sure that he wasn't just like I wasn't the only person that couldn't hear what he was saying. All right. Okay. Well, I don't know what he's doing. He's just kind of running around. He is kind of having an important conversation that's muted with his fiance. So, I guess we're just gonna be watching him parkour for a while because I think that's the only thing his brain cells can handle while he's having an important conversation at the same time. It's really quite impressive that he can even just run around in circles, you know. But at least he can levitate randomly. I wonder if does he actually go faster when he levitates, or is he just dicking around? I honestly have no idea. Well met, sir. Imagine that, like, a guard's just like, well met, sir. The fucking player's trying to glitch his way through a wall or something. How are you doing there, sir? You never know. Okay. That would be weird if there was just some dude, like, you're living in a random fucking, you know, medieval city or something. Everybody's just walking around minding their own business. And there's just this fucking crazy guy floating around and running around doing parkour and shit, just floating. And that's just what he does. He's like, oh yeah, that's floating man Johnson over there. That's all he does. He floats. That's his deal. You know? He's the floating guy. We don't know. He doesn't explain himself. We can't arrest him. He's not doing anything illegal. He's just floating there. You know? Every time we try to get him to explain to us how he's doing that, he just floats away. You know? We can't like beat him up or anything, you know? He's not doing anything wrong. We can't just like stop him. He's just floating and he's confusing the hell out of everybody.
All right, I'm back.
I need to make. Hey, what's up?
Not much.
I'm talking about how weird it would be if there was just a guy in a village who
A guy in a village
was
who I
just-
had my headphones in, so I heard most of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I figured you were paying attention.
Why
to
do you think I
who was
just?
talking to.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Where's my man?
He's-
Fidel?
I think he's dead. He's in that coffin.
Fidel, where you at?
Yo, Lidef. Oh, Ledif.
No, but actually, what the hell?
Is it night or is it just really dark in here?
Well, it's telling me to go. The Chamberlain Fidel has to say.
Uh-huh.
What the hell?
It is nighttime. I see stars.
It's 100% nighttime.
Yeah. Maybe he's late.
Oh, you think he's late? Really?
Yeah, he got held up by court or something.
This is fucking stupid.
He's gotta bail someone out. He's a bit busy dealing with the rumors of a guy who keeps getting arrested, thrown into jail, and then bribing his way out.
That would be rough. Anyway, I'm gonna do the other quest because why the fuck not?
Sure.
Pardon me, sir.
Hello, random lady.
The ramblings of a handmaiden on a
Praise the Maker, you've come, and you haven't been arrested 3 times.
What?
It's only a lady's request to see you is a
Yeah.
rare thing, you see.
A first in all her years.
I trust you understand
Huh?
the delicacy of the
Uh-huh.
situation. Milady is a married woman. I need
Milady's
Oh
request
my
to see
god.
you.
and well,
Milady is a married woman, I need not remind you.
could be bent fast
So please only put your dick up her butt so it's legal.
God says only anal. What?
And it'll be fine. It's not illegal if it's anal.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, I'm gonna go try and talk to Fidel again. Hopefully he made it out there. But if he didn't,
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna help him. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I mean,
Look at that. Oh shit, he's here!
Oh,
Dat
great.
poppin'. Alright, hey man.
You've come. You must
There he
forgive
is.
the secrecy. The man
Okay.
knows it, I assure you. I dare not speak it
call him Mary, because that was poppin'.
Listen, truth be told, keeping watch over the Duke's army. Now I fear my
Keeping watch over the Duke's army.
company has amassed supplies far beyond
My investigation has
The
borne
regiment
fruit.
training, too, defies comparison. His Grace must
What?
know of this, thought I, so drafted a letter to say.
One company has amassed supplies far beyond their need.
Fate is cruel, sir, and the pack
What are they, like, stealing money or something?
My man is like, them soldiers are getting too much to eat. We gotta get them to stop.
All the other soldiers will start demanding the same amount of money. We can't afford that. Ha.
Treason?
Must be found. Sure,
An extra ham sandwich is not treason, sir.
I would ask you.
Well, I think he's suspecting foul play.
Pay you on my own
Like, are they looting or something?
I don't know. Came from the air.
to snatch up, like as not carried it back to their nest. Though with the
But what is it?
great wall, a nest to many a
I don't know, a bird?
Something that flies attacked me from the sky. Well, what was it? I don't know. It had a wing. Isn't it the adventurous job, you idiot?
But there's a lot of things with wings, sir. Gonna need to narrow it down a little bit for me.
No. I
Did it
told
have
you
a-
it had wings.
Did it have a snake for a head?
I couldn't tell. I was too busy with my wine and cheese.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll be right back. I ran out of liquid.
See, that's an issue.
Yeah, I'll have to BRB.
What kind of liquid are you missing? Wine?
Water.
Cheese? Brother, you need to you need to take the alcoholic pill. Streams are way more fun when you can't tell what you're saying.
I know, I kind of feel like that's a problem.
I don't know. Speaking of alcoholics, I gotta tell you
Yeah.
about the art contest that we entered, and hopefully
Oh,
we'll
okay.
get the knowledge of tonight.
Do that in
So
a second,
once
'cause
you
I'm gonna
come
get the
back,
log. Yeah,
I'll
alright,
tell you
BRB.
all about it. All right. In the meantime, I gotta solid snake my way through this castle. Oh fuck the guards! All right. You'd think they would be a little bit more discerning in their ability to, you know, catch the same hobo that's escaped from jail 3 times, but you'd also be wrong. Ooh, wait, are you worth worrying about? Oh my god, I'm trapped. Okay. All right, we're gonna make our fuck. Oh god, he's coming down here. Okay, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
You can't catch this. You can't see me. Me and
What are
John
you
Cena were brothers.
What about the gingerbread man?
The gingerbread man? I prefer the
Hey.
ginger dead man.
Hey.
Gary Busey looks weird. What?
What?
Have you never seen the ginger dead man?
No.
Princess, queen, duchess, whatever you are, I've come to plow. How you doing?
Hey, lady.
My warrior has come for me?
My warrior
No,
has
no, that's
come
gonna be in
for
about
me.
5 minutes.
I don't actually have a lot of stamina for the Arisen. You must think me a shameless harlot. Yes.
Oh my god, quickly, into the closet.
Uh-huh. Hide.
You
God, she
storm
really does
the
this
ladies'
well.
bedchambers with the urgency of a man in battle.
What? Why?
I mean, he is the jester.
Oh, did the jester catch you?
It smells like Arisen in here.
Drop on the ducal proceedings. To stand watch and guard.
I shan't eavesdrop on the ducal proceedings. God, he looks so familiar, and I don't know why.
It's the mustache.
He just looks like.
Oh
like
my
some-
god,
like
my
very
man is
specific-
literally drooling over the pussy.
Oh man. Is he? Does he have rabies? Uh-huh.
Duke. Oh my god.
Ooh,
My
cute
man
one
likes
right
it
there.
rough.
It's,
my
yeah,
God.
he's. This is a little odd. Now he's crying. Is he like possessed?
Oh fuck! Brother, this isn't acceptable until like 1980, man. You can't be doing this.
Oh, he's literally like murdering her.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. All right. This is right out of a Tarantino movie.
See, that's what I was saying. 1980.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
When was Tarantino, like, good?
I
Quick,
don't know.
quick, in chat. What should I do?
And fucking stop him from murdering her.
Duke.
Yeah, but like.
I'd
fuck
like
him.
to reveal myself.
Yeah. Hello, friend.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up?
Choking out your wife? Cool.
I like to do that too, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
cool. You mind if we choke her out together?
I didn't realize this is an open thing.
Edmund, this isn't.
What have I done?
This wicked fool mistook a trifling kindness that I once paid for something more.
You bitch! I'll
did you
toss
throw
you to the fucking dragon, I will!
Oh, she's throwing you under the bus.
This commoner must
She's
be
throwing me
the
directly under the bus.
imitation of the
What the fuck?
Thirsty.
Oh no, you're getting sent to the dungeon again. Whatever will
Oh
you
no.
do?
I would never violate his grace's private.
I know you're there.
What the fuck, Festy?
Well, he violates the lady's privates.
The Duke ain't buying any of this shit. None of it.
Uh-huh. Amazing.
He's literally looking at her like he's gonna fucking continue what he once was doing.
Like, was that really the smart move when she was literally like 3 seconds from getting murdered by that guy?
How about that? How about like you know, he knows exactly what you did.
Yeah.
He's also the Arisen, so maybe like, maybe don't choke me out anymore. Hey, motherfucker, it's not okay to kill me. How about that? Just throw out one of those. Maybe defend yourself instead of throwing the only guy that saved your life. Oh, now you're gonna cry in the corner? You dumb bitch. Fuck you.
Wow. Boo-hoo.
Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. I have to listen to the fucking screams and cries of my lover that I threw in the dungeon.
Does she at least have a key or something? Okay.
Oh. How did she get that?
I don't know. She probably fucked a guard to get it.
You know, it
You're
would be in
just throwing
keeping
that fucking
with the events.
princess pussy everywhere.
This is so... I cannot ask enough... Fuck you!
I cannot ask forgiveness for this betrayal.
I was sure the Duke would straight kill me. Well, hold on. You know,
He was already fucking trying to
he
kill you.
was
and he-
already killing you, to be fair.
Yeah.
The Duke is half mad and fearsome wrath. I shall think of some way to assuage him.
You must run.
I will think of some way to assuage him. You know, I don't think that's gonna end well for you.
This is the part where I would probably call social services if it wasn't medieval Europe.
All right.
And this is not a healthy relationship.
Why do they keep throwing me in the same cell?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they only have the one.
This is the Arisen cell.
Yeah, we have to keep it open for every time we arrest this asshole.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check out the other places.
Nice.
Ooh, sorry, I got the hiccups.
Hey, does your
Speaking
key
of,
open every cell?
I got a skeleton key. So,
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
Eh,
damn,
doesn't
that's
seem like it.
useful.
Anyway,
Yes.
is that church chest over there? It is. Ooh, a skeleton key. Okay.
Hey, people just leave skeleton keys lying around?
Pet. You're just gonna let that happen, huh? All right.
Yeah, all right.
See ya. You bitch.
Well, I
Oh,
mean, you're
wait.
allowed.
This is a different woman dressed exactly the same as the other woman. Okay. Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
I
yeah,
misunderstood.
Sorry, you look exactly the same.
Yeah.
What are you
No.
waiting for? Oh, I tried to make out with the Duke's wife, and then she had me arrested. Even though it was her idea, you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kind of an unwitting stooge in this whole situation, but you know.
Yeah. Well, but that was only after I got
Hey,
arrested.
Mountain
I only
Ape,
got
welcome to the
arrested
stream.
3 times for fucking.
I killed you in Sekiro like 500 times.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Anyway, I was put in for banging the king's wife.
Yeah.
Excuse me, saving the king's wife, maybe,
Right.
or not with my penis. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, no. I mean, you did just kind of
Ooh.
stand there.
Hold on. Why does the maid's clothes? Why does the set of servants' garb give me tits?
Also, why is it like better than anything else you have?
Wait, no, well, because I was naked. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
It's still got better defense. 219 magic defense though. I can't do that. I can't take that. I can't take a 50-point hit on magic defense, just for the tits.
Oh well, maybe next time.
Anyway, I wanted to discuss something considering we're playing some high fantasy stuff here.
Oh sure.
Can you guess where I'm going with this?
It's either the Game of Thrones or the Lord of the Rings.
It's the Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
I watched the first 20 minutes of the Lord of the Rings.
Oh sure. Yeah.
So have you seen any of it? Have you been interested at all in any way, shape, or form?
I was gonna watch it at some point, but it wasn't like on my high priority list or anything.
It's not on my high priority list either, but
yeah.
I don't know. Something is enchanting me to watch it, man.
Well, you watched 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, I want to watch the rest of it, but Kat was like, I can't keep watching this. I need to leave. So.
Because she hated it, or
Yeah.
because okay.
So far, I don't know anything.
Okay.
So I can't talk too much about the story. I can't talk
is
too
it,
much about very much at all. I
Is it
can
a retelling
talk.
of the same story, or
No.
is it like a?
So
okay.
it's about the time when the Rings of Power were forged, I think. I'm kind of in the dark with it as well. I don't know too much. I know that people are very angry about it.
I did see that. A lot of people were mad because they're like, oh, you're like shitting on Tolkien's vision or whatever. It's like,
I see kind of what they're saying because it is
the guy's
pretty
been
awful.
Dead for a while.
Look, man.
It's like it might as well be public domain at this point.
Well, yes and no. One, it's not public domain, so
I know
legally
it's not.
you can't say that.
Oh, I
But
get it.
and I don't necessarily disagree with you. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I care all that much about Tolkien's work.
Sure.
I'm not an avid fan of the books. I'm not an avid fan of like the Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, very much. Like I'm planning on reading some of his other stuff. I forget what it's called, but he has this actually kind of interesting book about his time as I think just after or just before the First World War, excuse me. He was an anti-poacher guy, whatever that is.
Oh, okay.
So he would go in and like he was a conservationist, I guess would be the word, but he would oh my god, this fucking bird again. But he would go in and he would shoot poachers, and he has I think it's called Killing an Elephant or something along those lines.
Sure,
But apparently it's really good and kind of better than I don't know. I've heard it's a more interesting story than the lore fest that is the Lord of the Rings.
Well, it's probably easier to keep track.
Yeah, exactly. It's one book that's
In a
kind of
fucking
autobiographical. I don't know if it's necessarily straight autobiographical, but for all intents and purposes, he was this, and it's a story from this kind of situation.
You don't have to keep track of all the different types of talking trees or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm interested in reading that, because that seems quite interesting. But no, I'm not really like a huge uber fan of the Lord of the Rings. I like the idea of it, but Tolkien's a little dry.
Well, I like
and
the movies.
long.
I like playing Shadow of Mordor.
I like
Mordor.
Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor. You got to give it up to those games. I
those are very
hear,
fun.
but see again, the avid
Yeah.
Tolkien fans apparently hate those games too.
Really? Okay.
Well, yeah,
then
because they don't.
fucking whatever.
They're not. Well, exactly.
It's just like, well,
That's why
that just gives me more reason to watch the Amazon show now, is because it's like,
Exactly.
Oh, well, if
And
it's the same
again,
people saying the same things. It's like,
Cat
well, I like the
had a
game.
very bad reaction. I'm kind of middling.
Okay.
You know, I don't care too much. I'm having fun watching the shit show that it currently kind of is.
Oh, sure.
So again, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I hate the show after 20 minutes.
Okay.
I can say it's got a very big issue similar to what The Hobbit had, in that their over-reliance on CGI makes it look like ass. Just
Yeah.
straight fucking
Oh, no.
obscene ass, man.
Yeah, I think
It's
that's really
bad.
unfortunate, 'cause, like, I heard like the budget was really, really big for this.
Again,
apparently, like,
you can overinflate a... You fucker.
Yeah.
You can really overinflate a budget when you decide to use an absurdly excessive amount of CGI instead of
Yeah, sure,
practical
yeah.
effects.
right? Yeah.
I mean, you can drive up the price with practical effects too, but I mean, come on.
yeah, but practical
Why
effects
do you... It's a single shot of a boat floating down water. You telling me you had to CGI the water? Really? You couldn't go find a fucking stream somewhere? Are you kidding me? It's like... It's just annoying at a certain point.
That does seem pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah. And it takes you out of the... It takes you out of it, because it's like this big budget, 60 FPS extravaganza, and it's clear that the water itself is fake. It's just so... It's so awful. And... Okay, you have a question.
Sorry,
Yeah, go for it.
You can continue. You can continue.
I
your
will
thought.
continue the rant. 'Cause this is
Yeah.
a semi-long rant.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
you
not
can keep
just the
going.
CGI that's the issue.
All right. Are you,
Yes?
Are you paused? Oh, sorry.
No, yeah,
you
yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm waiting for your question, man.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying, did I ever tell you about my experience watching the third Hobbit movie in theaters?
I think you have, but refresh my memory, because
Okay. So
I remember that era, and it was not fun.
I had not watched the first two Hobbit movies.
Oh,
Period.
the first one was good. I will give it
but
up
my,
for the first one. It's halfway
but my,
decent.
my friend was like, "Hey, I got a couple free tickets to watch, the premiere in Boston for the
That's never a good sign.
the new Hobbit movie." And I was like, "Well, I haven't seen the other two." And he's like, "Whatever, you'll probably have a good time anyway." I was like, "Well, the ticket's free, so fuck it."
Exactly.
Yeah, so I went to go watch the third Hobbit movie, and so this was like opening weekend. I think it might have even been like a few days before like the official release or something.
Yeah.
Because it was like one of those like premiere things.
Okay.
But so I'm surrounded by a bunch of fucking Tolkien nerds.
Yeah.
And
I know the type well.
yeah, and
May or may
we're
not have autism. 80%
We're
chance they
watching
have
this
autism.
We're watching this movie, and it's a bit of a rambunctious crowd because
Yeah.
everyone's excited for the movie and everything. We get to that scene in the movie where, like, I think Legolas is like on a bridge or something, and it's falling, and he has to like
Yes.
jump on these rocks to survive like the falling or the whatever, and it looks
Yes.
so stupid because of the CGI. And
I will
and
tell
that-
you, that
Yeah.
exact moment happened to me earlier today while watching the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So like literally everybody in the theater just burst into laughter. An entire theater full of like fucking nerds who were so excited for this movie are dying in their seats. Because
there's
that was the
nothing better to
stupidest-
me than Tolkien nerds eating shit, man. I love it.
Everyone was like, because there was nothing even remotely defensible about that fucking moment. It looked so stupid. And we're all just losing it in the theater.
It's so good. I love that.
Awesome.
I
It
think
was
that's
awesome.
personally fantastic.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite movie experiences ever.
Okay. That's great. So,
Yeah.
shit. In the Rings of Power, there is a scene very much like that where Galadriel has to jump off of the sword of one of her minions, her knights or whatever, when she finds Sauron's keep. And they're fighting a frost troll, and this guy gives her a little ramp to jump off of his sword, and go and flying stab slash the frost troll.
Yeah.
The issue being, it's very clear that she's not actually hitting anything, and she just kind of lazily. It's like she's jumping up from, you know that feeling you get when you jump from a higher than average stoop on the side of a road. You know how when the sidewalk meets the curb. Yeah, the curb. That's the word.
Yeah.
It looked like that. You know that lazy kind of fall, and she just kind of like with her sword. But she ran. It was so silly. She ran up someone's sword. The guy flung her at the frost troll, and she's just kind of like,
Yeah.
huh.
Well,
So
my
fucking
question
funny.
is, what does the sword have anything like? Couldn't the guy just like grab her leg or something and push like I don't know, like does the sword give you any extra oomph on that jump?
I mean, I guess it was more so the fling. You know, because he did motion to physically throw her at the troll.
Okay.
Mountain Ape, I'm very surprised that you haven't heard about it. It's been on everyone's lips in Hollywood for like a year now.
Well, not everybody pays attention to Hollywood gossip.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I honestly, I'm very proud of you. It's much better to be on that camp than the other.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
so the other part that really took me out of it was there was this scene where Galadriel's brother, spoiler alert for everything, by the way, for the first 20 minutes actually, but
That's fine.
Okay.
If it's
there's
the
a
first 20
scene
minutes, I think I'll be okay.
where Galadriel's brother is fighting in the war against Sauron,
Okay.
and oh shit, don't kill me. But he's fighting in the battle against Sauron, and they do like this big zoom out shot where it's showing all the orcs in battle and how crazy it is, the grand scale of everything.
Yeah.
The issue being that it doesn't feel real. Let's go back to the original Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
They had everyone there. They had actual armorers on set making armor for everyone there. There was chainmail, there was plate armor. Everyone had to learn how to use it. It was there, it felt physical, and there were these grand armies actually physically there.
Yeah. I remember that.
It doesn't work when every third person is CGI and using the same animation loop as the guy about 10 feet next to them.
Yeah.
It just does. It looked like a video game render.
No,
you know?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like
It was
it's
so
like
bad.
like I can imagine like it just seems unnatural. Like
Yes,
the
yes,
movement
it's
and everything.
unnatural. It
Yeah,
feels like it feels poorly done. That's the
Yeah.
big issue. For something with a budget of, I don't know, a couple $100 million,
Right.
this does not seem like it was done well. It
Right.
feels like they relied on CGI almost exclusively and therefore ran the budget up for next to no reason, when instead they could have just gone to wherever they were. And I know that they could have done this because Game of Thrones does it better. There's directly a scene
Yeah.
in Game of Thrones where where the people walk up or like climb up an ice wall,
Okay.
and it looks so much better in the decade-old show than it does in the show that came out yesterday, with $100 million something or so budget on top of what the other people had.
Yeah.
There was
kind
a
of
scene,
unfortunate.
Galadriel's climbing up the wall, and she like jumps over and stabs the wall with her dinky little dagger, and then holds herself up lazily, just kind of like she gives an intense stare at the camera as if she's thinking of other things. She has to get to Sauron, and I'm just sitting here like, bitch, you're hanging from a 3-inch dagger from a 500-foot mountain. I would focus on that instead of the fucking Witch King right now. But see, like, it
you're
looks
not
like she's
Galadriel.
lazy. Well, that's the other thing. As far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, but elves don't particularly have super strength, do they? Like they're not supposed to be like, they're not She-Hulks, are they?
Well, no, but I think they're like stronger than humans at least. I think.
Yeah. So anyway, she punches through a rock ice wall with just her
okay.
fucking fist.
Well, maybe
So-
it's like maybe like you did like a magic thing, like I don't know, like Sakura and Naruto. She's got that mega punch. You know, like
Maybe. Again,
Like,
I
like,
don't know.
yeah.
I can't say. It seems really stupid and physically doesn't make sense. That's the bigger issue.
Sure.
The physicality of the situation is like she's taking a stroll through the park when, you know, she's climbing a 500-foot ice wall with no bottom in sight.
Well, I know, like, so Galadriel's like one of the like ancient like superpowered elves,
Yes.
right? Like, she's like one of the, like the elders or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, I think it might just be like, you know, she's got that sort of been there, done that mentality a lot.
But this is when she's young.
Oh, okay.
So this is a young Galadriel. And again, I'd be willing to accept that. But again, the issue stems from the elves being physically strong in general.
yeah.
Like, if you remember Celebrimbor from the games. From the games. He's the guy. He's the elf. He's the elf guy. He's the one that forged the rings.
The Lich guy?
He's the one that takes over your body.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Rock ice wall. Is it rock or ice? I mean, it's a mountain with ice on it, so both.
Yeah. I guess it's
Kind of a both situation, honestly.
Why not both?
But
Somebody's dead.
somebody, not my fucking problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
is that the guy, the animal with the wings
Yeah.
that the guy was talking about before?
He's
Had
a
wings?
gargoyle.
Oh, gargoyle. Oh,
Gargoyle, eh?
that's not what I would have thought of when I thought of flying
Hmm.
creature, but I guess yeah, technically yeah.
What else do I have to do?
Yeah.
I don't have any main story quests right now.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, is it not just doesn't just tell you what the next main quest is?
I guess.
Huh.
I don't know.
Well then, yeah, fucking, I don't know, do something, I guess.
I'll just walk back, I guess.
Yeah, just do like a. Well, what about your pawns? Maybe they have an idea of what to do.
Okay. Hey, Pawns, what do I do?
Is that the creature what stole the power?
But they had like little things over there.
Wow,
so
that's
I thought-
useless. Thank you, Idrisilla. Hey, Coop Foulbutt.
Creature what stole the pack?
Yeah.
Get down and see.
Oh my god.
Sorry, they had like little question marks over their heads, so I thought maybe they had a quest.
You would be wrong.
Oh well.
All right, I guess we're heading
Yeah.
over here now. But, so, what was I at? Oh, so, again, the issue doesn't stem from her being powerful. The issue
Yeah.
stems with her being physically powerful.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know the series, but I know elves as a general idea. And again,
Yeah.
maybe I'm coming wrong. Maybe I don't know. But
Yeah,
I
like,
thought
I
their
know,
power stemmed from, like, magic and
Yeah.
spiritual abilities and
Yeah.
like other cool shit and intelligence and their long life.
In D&D, which is based on Tolkien stuff.
Yeah.
It's you know, their bonuses are generally intelligence and dexterity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that
like,
confuses me because
yeah.
the only thing that she seems to have now is dogged obsession with going to kill Sauron and good fucking biceps. I don't fucking know. She can punch through rocks right now for some reason.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe that's
Again.
like, is it specific to her, or is it just like something all the elves can do?
I don't know. All the other elves
Yeah.
seem like they kind of suck.
Okay.
During the fight with the frost troll, they had a rock thrown at them, and then they were like, "Oh, we can't win!" And then
Yeah,
she
so
ran
maybe
up the
go-
guy's sword and killed it in like
Yeah,
20 seconds.
yeah, so maybe it's just like Galadriel her specifically has like these abilities.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. Again, if that's the route they're going, I don't know. Sure, whatever. I guess we just like Galadriel's just super powerful. Again, I don't know Galadriel.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movies? Like, is she in the movies?
Yeah, I think isn't she the one who like?
I haven't seen the movies.
Oh, you haven't seen the movie?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. That's the level of I don't know
okay.
that we're working with here.
So
I
from
exclusively
what I
am
remember-
watching this because apparently it's a dumpster fire.
Oh, okay. So from what I remember of the movies, I did binge watch all of them like in college, I think.
Okay.
So like it has been a little while since then, but Galadriel's in it, but she's like a minor character, I think. She's like
Yeah.
she shows up like she's in like some elf camp with a bunch of other elves, and like the main adventuring party meets her, and she's like, I like the cut of your jib. Here, have some of my hair.
Oh, she's that bitch. Okay.
I think she's the one who gives Gimli
She's the
like
hair. She's the Gimli
the
hair
like-
girl.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think she's the Gimli hair girl. I could be wrong about that. I think that's who she is.
All right.
It has
Well,
been.
sure.
I'm pretty sure that's the one. But yeah,
Well,
so like
sure.
she's got like the Rapunzel magic hair or something. So like apparently like the head of hair the head that grows the hair presumably has powers herself.
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, that seems like a magical thing.
yeah, it is like a magical thing. Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
wait, what the hell?
No! My father!
Oh. Oh, we have to kill the thing. Oh, we have to kill the gargoyle now.
Was that not what you were trying to do before?
I didn't know. I don't know what I'm doing, man. I've never done this quest.
I thought you were hunting for the gargoyle the whole time.
I just follow where the red circle takes me, brother.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's how I played Skyrim the first. Well, that's how pretty much everybody plays Skyrim
Yeah,
the first time. It's
that,
just
that's just Skyrim, brother.
there's just a fucking arrow over everything. You don't actually have to look around or whatever, or use your brain.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe there's a switch around here. Oh, is it perhaps the arrow pointing at the switch right there? That could be it.
Ooh, the arrow towards the switch. Eh? Okay.
That could be it. Yeah.
All right.
So
well,
what?
yeah.
So what you're telling me actually kind of gives me a little bit of disappointment over the show anyway, just because like this is just a personal preference, but like enough about Sauron, right? Like,
Well,
like,
so you were never going to like it then, because the
Like,
whole point of the show is the
Yeah.
rise of Sauron again.
I know, but like that's the thing is like I've seen enough Lord of the Rings property where like
Oh, Sauron! Yeah.
Sauron's taking over.
I'm with you, man. I am
There's all
with
these
you.
orcs, and everybody's fighting the orcs, and there's war and magic and battle.
See, I was actually hoping to enjoy Sauron coming to power. So that's
because,
the
like-
thing that I don't like. They've kind of skipped over Sauron actually coming to power.
Oh, I see, yeah.
'Cause they skipped ahead to Galadriel, looking for Sauron after he's already defeated for the first time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just like, okay. Well, then
I feel like
we've
there's
already
such-
had
there's-
this.
such an in-depth fucking universe here.
Yes.
And every single Lord of the Rings property I've seen has always focused on like the same like story basically.
Again, I think
feel
that
like they,
well, not again. So I think that stems from Hollywood's inability to make anything new at the moment.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm literally like, that's the way it is. Hollywood refuses to work on new IPs, and it's gonna be to their detriment. The rest of the world will take up the slack, brother.
Like,
South Korea is straight killing it on media right now.
There's so much. I like you can talk to any fucking Tolkien nerd, and they'll tell you like, oh, there's all these different things about the world and all this different history and everything and all these different kingdoms and all these different creatures and all this lore, just like straight up lore that could fill fucking encyclopedias up. And it's just always Sauron in the in the movies.
It's always fucking Sauron.
It's always Sauron. It's always fucking orcs.
It's
always...
my bigger issue. It's never because again, I would love to see a story where Sauron is the antagonist, but it's like OG Sauron cultivating his power. But no, it's already Sauron who's already powerful and already defeated once before.
Yeah. But it's like, it's the same thing with like, it's the same thing with Star Wars. You know, the sequel trilogy.
Hold on, Cat's
same
here.
problem.
What's up?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can get some food.
Well, no, like I'm with my mom. Like my mom and I were gonna like go for a walk just because you're doing this.
Yeah, okay.
So we were like, I'll bring you back food if you want.
Wait,
I want
hold
food.
on. I'm gonna mute for a second. Be right back.
Refreshment is in order.
So rude. They're not getting me food. I'm like chopped liver, but not even, because they're not even gonna get me chopped liver. They're getting me nothing. Absolutely just horrible friendship right here. Is it actually a friendship, or is it just normally it's a give and take relationship, but for us it's just take and 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 take, you know? It's all just take. And never think about old ClearPearl over here. Just getting food without me. Don't think about the fact that they're like like a fucking 12-hour drive away, something like that. That shouldn't matter. Maybe it's even more than that. I don't know. I haven't fucking tracked how far away they are, but it's pretty far. But I digress. That's one of the signs of a sociopath. What, driving 12 hours to deliver me a pizza? That could, you might be right. You might be right about that.
What is one of the signs of a sociopath? I'm not getting called a sociopath, am I?
No. I was joking that you weren't giving me any food.
Oh, yeah.
That
is one of the signs of the sociopath.
And I said, yeah.
Oh, the cat, what's up?
Did you give him his?
I did.
Okay, cool. That's all I want to know.
All right. Yeah, we still have to give medicine to the dog.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, cat can do that, right?
No, well, I already gave it to him.
Oh,
I'm a
okay,
good boy. Good boy. Did the right thing.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to the Rings of Power in a second, but I have this other story.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, all right.
So this might be outing myself a lot over the internet.
Well, I mean,
but there was
the
this
only
one
person here to
time.
judge you is Mountain Ape, so.
I know, right? I was taking this
and anyone
psychology
watching
of
the VOD
evil
later.
class in my.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I was taking this psychology of evil class.
Yeah.
And there was this time we were talking about socio and psychopaths.
Oh yeah, sure.
And it was I really liked it. I dropped out of it. I just straight took an F because, you know, it was my senior year. I had my, I guess, thesis to worry about. And I was just like, oh, fucking, I can't be doing doing this right now. I'm just gonna accept the F and not care, because you know I get the piece of paper. It's not like I'm an incredible student already.
Yeah.
I was an alright student. I got straight A's in all of my important classes.
Right. Yeah.
It was just my extraneous classes that I you know, didn't show up to, that that didn't really like me. Oh shit.
Yeah, I had kind of a similar experience, maybe not quite as exaggerated as yours, but I definitely did a lot better in the classes I actually gave a shit about.
Yeah.
yeah. And the other classes, I'd like fall asleep in class and shit like that. So, like, whatever.
I mean, it's just whatever. We can talk about that later. But
There was
a
we're talking about
time.
sociopaths and your evil class.
So she gave us a link to this sociopath test.
Oh, sure.
And it was really interesting because, you know, it was interesting to look at the actual like clinical breakdown. Okay, these are the clinical criteria to being a sociopath. The lack of caring, you know, kind of selfishness, yada yada, all the things. I can't get into it now. I don't remember all of it more. I don't remember a lot of what were the criteria.
You did fail the class.
On a technical standpoint.
So
I did really well on the things that I did. I just didn't do most of the things that I needed to. And again, I got a lot out of learning in the class because we watched and read a lot of like scientific criteria, studies and different resources, and there was a lot of cool stuff that I actually learned, which is what I cared about. And I actually had a really nice conversation with the teacher because we had a kind of heart-to-heart, and I was just like, no, I'll just take the F. I got enough credits. It's okay. I've really enjoyed your class. And she said, you know, I actually really respect that. I would really rather you not grovel to me and just accept that, you know, the consequences are what they are, because, you know, you were doing fine, but I understand you gotta take care of your mental health, and I appreciate you coming up to me like an adult and saying, you know what, I have priorities here, and I'm gonna follow those priorities, and, you know, goodbye.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
So, I ended the class on a high note despite a very low note, you know?
a very low number.
Yeah, exactly.
A very high note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what matters to me. The grade I don't care about, because again, I was graduating, what the fuck ever. I got the piece of paper.
Yeah, who cares?
And I was really just looking to leave that school in general.
Yeah,
so.
no, I get you. But you were taking the sociopath test.
So I was taking the sociopath test.
Yeah.
And I was really afraid of getting a high score. I don't remember what my score was, but I think you needed like 25 points out of 40 to be able to qualify. You know, I don't know the actual breakdown, but it was something like that. You need 25 yes answers out of 40 total possible answers to be able to... Oh, no!
What? Oh.
Okay, I'm fine.
Rip.
Thankfully, he didn't throw me off into a big rock face. I could just drown instead and not actually die.
Oh, well, great.
Yeah. But, what was I saying?
So you have to get 25 out of 40.
Oh, yes. So there's a cutoff to when things no longer. Yeah.
Maybe I should see a psychiatrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But even more than that, the big thing is that you cannot exactly diagnose yourself, you know?
Right.
It's you need to be under very specific clinical conditions. You yourself are not good at answering questions about yourself in general.
Right.
And yeah, regardless, so I was going through it and, you know, I was checking off answers, feeling worse about myself as time went on, and I kept hitting yes. So it ended up with me eventually scoring, I think, like somewhere between 12 and 15 out of 25 out of 40.
Oh, okay,
you know?
great. You're not a sociopath.
Yeah, not a sociopath. Clearly not a
Cool.
sociopath. So I come
far
into
as we
class and people are having that conversation. They're like, "Oh, I was so worried that I would end up being a sociopath or something." And I took the test. It turned out I was not even close to a sociopath, and I almost joined in on the conversation. I was almost like, yeah, it was the same way. I thought it was so crazy. I got like, let's do the high amount. I got like 15. I can't believe it. And then everyone was like, yeah, I only got like 2. I only got like 4. I was like, oh shit. I'm gonna stay quiet on this one.
You don't need to give anyone more ammo.
Yeah.
Flawless.
It's so
Yeah.
fucking funny. I had no idea what to do with that information for so long. I was just like, oh no. Everyone around me is normal, and I'm like,
shit.
I'm like half of a weirdo.
I remember, like, in college, I had a friend who was curious, so she asked everybody to take this, like, purity test on the internet. It was like
Purity test.
Like you spend like 30 minutes just answering a bunch of questions, and then at the end it tells you like how pure a human being you are. You know?
I mean, that's a relative thing, but sure.
Well, no,
let's
but
go
like,
on.
yeah, no, it's not scientific at all. It's literally
Yeah.
just like, have you had sex? Have you jerked off or whatever? Stuff like that. Like, have you done drugs or have you like killed a guy or whatever? Like there's a varying degree of like,
Yeah.
you know, raunchy things that would get you in trouble on like a PG movie or whatever.
Okay.
You know, like, so all my friends in the friend group took this test just because we were all kind of curious, and
Yeah.
everyone,
Sure, why not?
most people kind of hovered around like the 70 to 80% range or whatever, and I got 96%.
Ooh, hell yeah, man.
and they were like, "What the fuck?"
I'm not trying to be rude, but I feel like that sex one like really kind of benefited
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah. Like because it was really like, yeah, no sex, no, and like literally some of the questions were really like, have you ever kissed a girl before or whatever? It's like, no.
What does that have to do? What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and like there was like a whole wide range of shit like that, and like it would go from like, have you ever been on a date, all the way to like, have you killed a man?
Soldiers
like, well,
in chat seething.
It's like, well, I haven't done either, so guess I'm pure.
God damn, man.
Yeah,
What's
I
it
don't know.
like being the second coming?
I know, apparently. Well, I wasn't 100%.
Fair enough.
There were like a few things I actually said yes to. I forget what they were, but
Have
Yeah,
you
it was-
done drugs? I mean, is dopamine a drug? Is an SSRI a drug? What?
yeah, like, I assume they mean illegal drugs, but
So if it
Like, have you
becomes
ever
legal,
smoked
do you
weed
have
or
to
whatever?
like rescind your yes?
yeah, you have to take the test again.
Yeah, if you live in a legal, if you smoked weed and you
Uh-huh.
live in California, do you have to rescind that yes?
Yeah, I don't know, I guess. I do remember the friend who actually had us all take the test, she had like a 50% or something.
Wow.
And they were just like, oh shit, did you actually kill a man? Like, like what the fuck? So yeah, we had a couple of extremes in the friend group, but yeah.
The hell? Something like shook the screen?
Huh. Oh, there's
Yeah,
a
right?
shake. Yeah, I saw the shaky shake.
Oh god, goblins.
A little earthquake or something.
Yeah, I got no clue, man.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
a
Wallace, what you doing under my
tail.
tootsies? Get out of here, boy.
Do one more
Okay.
fit.
Now that we have established that I am almost a psychopath.
Sure. You just knocked that guy off a bridge.
Yeah, right? The Rings of Power.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I don't quite know what else to talk about at this exact moment. Oh, there's 2 other things that I wanted to talk about. One that will get us in trouble. One that I doubt will get us in trouble.
Okay, well, fuck it. We'll do it live. Let's go.
So, Galadriel, the actress,
Sure.
fucking sucks.
Oh, does she? Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, she can't emote. She's got the dead eye issue that a lot of actors kind of have.
Yeah.
They can't really.
Is she the same person that was in like the movies and stuff?
No, I
or-
don't think so. Again, it's a
Okay.
young version. I would assume that the actress that
Yeah, let me look
you
up.
know
Rings
did the
of
old
Power,
movies is probably
IMDb.
old by now.
Let's see.
But yeah, no, she can't really emote at all. It's an eyebrow issue, man. I'm not trying to be mean. It's literally just a technical eyebrow issue. If she can fix it in later seasons or in later episodes, that would be great. You gotta move your eyebrows more. Don't be comical with it, but you gotta move your eyebrows more because that's the window to the soul as far as cameras are concerned.
He is 5 years older than me.
Hilarious.
So she's probably not the one in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Probably not.
Because like, I was a child when those movies came out.
So the casting already is not incredible. I hope I wonder if she's a main character. I don't know. Again, I don't know much about this show at all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know a lot about the drama other than people say there's drama and I mean like, okay, sure, there's drama. Okay, we'll deal with that after I watch it.
Oh, she was in Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Good for her. That sounds terrible.
I don't know. I've heard like it's kind of a fun movie.
Let's hope she can emote better in that. She can't in this story so far.
It has a 5.8 out of 10. The movie, The Pride and Prejudice and Zombies.
Well, I feel that says what it says.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And let's see what the Rings of Power actually has right now.
it has great reviews from the critics.
IMDb says 6 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
Considering the Jeff Bezos' son,
yes.
literally told his dad to
fuck
quote
this up.
not fuck this up.
Yes, I did hear about that. Yeah. Don't fuck
That's
this up,
rough,
Dad.
man.
Uh-huh.
That's rough.
Should have had his son watch the fucking.
Yeah, should have had his son in the test audience.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have pulled a Batgirl and avoided this.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway,
Yeah.
she's not a good actress
Okay.
in the first 20 minutes.
Sure.
I can't tell you if she progresses because there's only one episode.
Right.
I can't tell you if she gets better. I can't tell you any of that. I can tell you
Right.
the first 20 minutes I saw, and she's bad, and it kind of extra sucks because the person, like the only other person she interacts with is a semi-decent actor and can actually emote and act, and she just is there the whole time,
Just kinda
sucking
ruining
up
it.
the screen.
That's rough,
Again,
buddy.
I hope for all the best for her. I hope that she can pull together her performance a little bit. The non-emotive technique is not working. You're not Buffalo Bill. You're Galadriel. You can smile. It's okay.
Well, I mean, she seems like she's in a rough situation trying to hunt down Sauron. Or
Yeah, okay,
whatever, you know.
you're not a lifeless doll. You can be a little bit angrier with your performance then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
How about that?
Yeah.
Is that a little less insulting? I don't know.
Yeah. I remember.
She can emote more. She's an actor. That's her job. Anyway.
So, forget. Like, did you stop watching Marvel stuff before or after Captain Marvel came out?
Far before. I stopped
okay.
around the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
Okay. Yeah. So. I watched Captain Marvel in theaters with a couple of friends. I think this is when I was in LA. I don't remember, but
Mind your footing.
there's a scene near the beginning of the movie. I went in with an open mind because I understood that like a lot of people were kind of giving the movie shit before it even came out, and I was just like, well, whatever. Like I'm sure it's not going to be that bad or whatever. So I watched. I started watching the movie, and right away, what's her face? Brie Larson, the actress.
Yeah.
She's like, you know, she's what you're describing too. Is like she's not really like emoting. She's not really that like, you know.
Yeah, she's not expressive. She's
very
not
stoic.
doing her job.
Yeah, she's very stoic. And then there's like a scene like 10 minutes into the movie where she's talking to like her superior officer, and he's like, "You're showing too much emotion," and I'm like, "What emotion?"
Right?
And then after the movie, we were done watching the movie. Like my friends and I were walking out of the theater, and I tell them that, and they're like, "I was literally thinking the same thing." They're like, "What emotion? It's not showing any emotion. You're showing too much emotion. What?"
What the hell are you talking about, man?
It was so funny.
Yeah, it seems to be a similar issue in this. I don't have too much to say about Galadriel and the situation beyond that because, again, I haven't gotten there yet. The next issue I have is a technical issue.
Sure.
So you know a lot of the issues surrounding this film is the fact that Tolkien's original work was based on English folklore and English culture.
Sure.
Which is predominantly white.
Right.
And that they have cast a significant number of characters of color in the show.
Okay.
This brings up several problems.
All right.
One of which being, now they have to explain what kind of ethnic cleansing happens between these events and the events of the trilogy.
Oh my god, you're right. Shit.
And I, personally speaking, I wouldn't have wanted to deal with that at all.
Oh no, they're all dead.
You're gonna have to bring that up at some point. I'm sorry, there are few to no black people in the original trilogy. And there's a lot right now. You're gonna have to figure out what happened. You're gonna have to figure out why every race decided simultaneously that the black members of their race were not welcome anymore. You're gonna have to figure that out. And then beyond that, of all the races to choose to have people of color in, you chose the dwarves. The people that literally do not see sunlight and therefore do not require skin with a high melanin content.
I guess that's true.
Again, no problems with black people or any other color being in films. This doesn't make sense on a technical standpoint, and I'd like to hear an answer.
Well, I think the answer was we didn't think of that. We wanted some more representation, and we didn't consider the fucking mountains in our geographical locations of Tolkien's Middle Earth.
It's so funny to me. I only bring this up because I love watching people fucking panic over this. Because someone brings up that very simple fact, and then they're like, huh? The lava, it's bright. What do you want?
There has to be a reason. There has to be a reason. Yes, the lava's bright. That's it. That has to be it.
Anyway, those are my
honestly,
main points.
All the dwarves in the mountains actually have sunburn because of the lava.
They have lava burn. Thank you.
They have lava burn. Yeah. Yeah, I was really worried when you started bringing up this technically racial point. I was like, uh-oh, are we gonna get canceled?
Well, people have been angry over those 2 points, which I find stupid because I mean they're excellent points. And again, I don't care if you make your fantasy epic Like this didn't need the name of Lord of the Rings attached to it. You could make a new fantasy epic that has your shit in it. But now that you've taken an old famous property that has very specific credentials and very specific traits to it, now you have a bunch of weird technical questions that you have to deal with what's the word? Suspension of disbelief.
Yeah. So, you know, speaking as someone who's not a huge Tolkien buff or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same.
This is the kind of thing where, like, okay, lol, this is kind of funny, but it's not going to suspend my disbelief or anything. Like, it's like
I'm there as well. It doesn't
like,
bother me specifically because I don't really care about all this stuff.
He's like, this is probably just oh, we forgot that they're in the mountain and there's not a lot of sun
exactly.
in the mountain. Like, whatever.
Yeah. I don't specifically care.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious that now these questions have to be brought up.
It's true. It's true.
Now that you're a part of the Lord of the Rings mythos.
Yeah. Where did all the black people go?
Tolkien?
What?
Tolkien, what happened?
Where are the black people?
The Silmarillion's not bringing shit up. Did the Nazis win in Tolkien's Middle Earth? Is that why no one even brings up people of a different skin tone?
Oof.
But yeah, those are my main quote-unquote issues, even though that last one's not really an issue to me. It's more so
really
like a fucking hilarious
Kinda
observation.
funny. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so far not impressed in any way, shape, or form. The big thing to me is that the story, within the 20 minutes I've seen, and again, not that much, there's plenty of time to recoup. I am very unimpressed, especially on a technical level, especially on an acting level, especially on a writing level. And those are the things that actually matter.
Yeah. When you're talking about an actual show.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say, you know, finish the episode at least.
Yeah, of course. I'm planning on doing that, I think, later today. Kat was just like, no, I'm not. I can't watch any more of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious too. I actually forgot that it came out.
I tried to watch it yesterday, but then I found it was coming out and like not midnight my region, but very late my region. It's not like very, very late, but you know, late enough because I have work at 5 a.m.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. So again, it's not a huge issue, and I hope that it gets better.
Yeah.
But so far, I'm enjoying the shit show, so I actually don't really care, honestly.
I remember, like,
if it stays this way, I'll be very happy. If it gets better, I'll be even happier.
So soon before, I guess, like, earlier this week, I saw a meme that was recommended to me on Facebook because I'm a nerd. There was some Tolkien fan page, and they shared a meme on Facebook.
Okay.
And it was basically saying, like, don't watch the new Lord of the Rings show, even if you hate watching it, because they get money if you do that, and we don't want to support this. And everybody in the comments are like, yeah! And I'm like, wait, did I miss something? Are people hating on this show already? Like,
yes, there is a sizable contingent of people. Because a big issue that I think has happened, and I'm not necessarily of this camp, but people see this, like, part of it is the casting issue, part of it is the fact that so far, the showrunners, the people that are involved, and everyone else has been very dismissive of any level of criticism that people have had of, like, the trailers or the story ideas, or, like, they made Elrond gay, I think. I don't know. I heard that as a rumor. I don't know if that's true, but I think that's a complaint that people have. And I'm like, that would be kind of weird considering Elrond, I think, has, like, kids. So, I think so.
Oh, that would be a little weird then.
I mean, like, okay, whatever.
He could be bi, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Or maybe
but,
the kids were a necessity because he lives in some sort
yeah,
of
I get it.
patriarchal
But
society
I
or something.
more than that, I'm personally am of the mind that like if his gayness is not part of the story, then why should I give a shit? I personally speaking, I don't want sex in any of my media.
Yeah.
This is kind of a non sequitur, but in the novel that I'm writing right now,
Sure.
we have to get to the root of this first.
Okay.
I've been reading a lot of horror novels. A lot. Because I'm writing a horror novel.
Yeah, right. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
And I love horror in general. I love horror movies. I love horror everything. I love to feel frightened, even though it generally doesn't happen. I love to feel uncomfortable. I love the suspense. I love horror. I love monster design. I love it.
Okay.
Almost all of the horror movies, horror novels I've read are, I can picture the author in their room just stroking it the whole time. Hold on, what's up? Oh, hello. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Well, that's an interesting moment to pause on. But I do see your question, Mount, today about which movies do we enjoy. I mean, I'm sure Purple Light will have an opinion too, but both of us actually went to film school, so this is kind of a this is a loaded question, shall we say? One that my opinion changes quite often, but in general, I do very much enjoy fantasy movies. I'm very heavily geeky and nerdy and whatnot, so I watch a lot of Marvel. I watch a lot of I watch movies like Lord of the Rings. I did watch Lord of the Rings when at some point when I was in college. These are the kind of movies that I very much enjoy. Lots of action, lots of cool magic and shit. But Purple Light, I am aware, is
all right.
sort
The
of in
mother-in-law's
same
not
boat.
coming into the apartment.
Okay.
We need to talk about Mountain Ape's question, which movies do we enjoy, in just a second. But what were you talking about?
Yeah.
Then we'll go back to what I'm talking about.
I was answering Mountain Ape's question about what movies we enjoy.
Okay. I think I've kind of given mine a little bit away. I'm a big horror man, but
it's like how that answers Mountain Ape's question about your horror movies.
Yeah.
I said like a lot of fantasy and stuff, like Lord of the Rings, etc. Lots of action movies, Marvel movies, Star Wars. I'm a very nerdy person in general, which is good. But as you could probably tell from the fact that we're streamers,
yeah,
it's not exactly a unique perspective. But I know that you're a bit more on the artistic side.
Yes, I'm much more of the technical, artistic side than you are, which is like, oh, what the hell? Why are you trying to kill me?
Well, there's a big fucking boulder in the way. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, it's because you're a dude.
Bitch, why?
She just said it's because you're a guy.
You're just like these Rings of Powers fuckers.
Was there a lot of feminism in the first 20 minutes of the show?
Again, it seems like they're pandering to a quote-unquote woke crowd. That's what people tend to be saying.
Well,
so,
sure, but
I guess.
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like
that's
kind of
we've been talking about that. That's the main point that I've been making, Kat. You've come into this discussion about an hour late.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you see those two women just fly off into the ether?
Whoa!
Rocket go!
Woo! There she goes. Now, what was I saying? There's a difference between like pandering to a woke crowd and just having, a girl.
I agree with you.
I
agree with you.
I feel like there's a lot of wires getting crossed in this sort of like middle area where like some people are like, oh, they have a gay character, that's pandering or whatever, and it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, it literally is just it's just a fucking character, whatever. It's like a little fucking factoid about the character. Who cares?
Yeah, well,
then, like,
see, that's the issue that I tend to have. Like, let's what's the TV show? Reno 911 or something?
That is a show, yes.
It's the one with the gay police chief.
No, that's Brooklyn Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah,
Brooklyn
okay.
Nine-Nine, yeah. Which is a great
That,
show. Like,
yeah, of course.
yeah.
I've watched it. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But that show, I mean, he's gay, and you wouldn't be able to tell because, you know, he's just gay. It's like, it's not really a part of the, it's not really a major part of the plot.
I mean, it does come up sometimes.
Yeah, of
throughout
course.
The 9 seasons of the show, but
Yeah, of course.
but yeah,
of course.
it's not like, but he's not stereotypically gay.
Yeah.
He is a chief who is gay and black.
Yes, of course.
And occasionally there's an episode about that.
The silk lingerie, eh? I know who's getting that. Ah, damn it!
Is it Coop Foulbutt?
Coop Foulbutt can't wear the silk lingerie.
Ah, damn it. Well, is it gender specific? Is it one of those
I
RPGs
guess.
where they have
guess.
gender specific gear?
Disappointing.
Yeah.
I've also genocided all of these women, which is not a great thing to do while discussing this topic.
Well, they attacked first.
They did indeed.
They were literally bandits attacking you. I think you can get a pass for that one.
Mountain Ape. I'm very big currently on Lovecraftian horror. I'm a huge fan. I got a tattoo of Bloodborne on my arm. I love the Mountains of Madness and the Shadow over Innsmouth. I like The Haunting of Hill House right now, which is not Lovecraftian, but I just read it. It's really good. The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, Hill House.
Hill House.
I thought you said Millhouse. It's like
No, not quite. I'm currently reading a fantastic. No. I'm currently reading a fantastic novel about a knight that is going up against the demons of hell with his faithful companions, some 12-year-old girl and a quote-unquote wifely-looking priest. It's called Between Two Fires, and it's actually fantastic. Highly recommended.
A wifely priest? What does that mean? Like just a girly-looking dude?
So, it's... I actually kind of really liked the description, the way they describe... So the way they describe him was like, he's this priest, he really likes his drink, he's got a very round face, he's very kindly looking, very soft, and the way they describe it is like almost wifely. And it's like, okay, they describe him as soft, kindly, loving, a pussy, one might say.
I understand the type. I am kind of the type.
Yeah. A little bit wifely, you are.
I'm a little wifely, yeah. You wouldn't get that from my voice, but
No,
no, I get it.
Yeah. So it's not like it's an insult. It's just saying like, okay, he's a touch androgynous and he looks kind of comely to some, I guess.
Yeah, he's empathetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which could be seen as wifely in certain circle.
Oh, well, I was saying something about... Oh, yeah. So, before I was so rudely interrupted by my mother-in-law entering the apartment.
Oh, yeah, you were reading a horror book where you can tell that, you know, the author is probably
so I've straight dropped 2 horror novels. One called The Devil in Silver by Joe Hill, and the other called NOS 4A2, and I've forgotten that guy's name entirely.
The author's name?
Yes.
Okay.
So I can run down the synopsis of both of those in a second, but I just the main thing is I'd like to talk about how you can tell that either the editor or the author was sitting there jerking off at least 50-60% of the time, and it's really actively annoying.
No, you're not the first person to point that out in the book reading community.
Yes, which is one of the main so the main point I was making is that I avoid sex entirely in my story, sex and love, and probably all of I'm more than likely going to avoid sex and love in all of my media, ever. That I choose to write or make.
If
it's boring. It doesn't add anything to the plot.
if it doesn't pertain to the story, there's no reason to include it.
Exactly.
I know.
Which is why I'm like, why is Elrond being gay a part of the plot? What does that have to do with anything? Unless this could be interesting, they make it a political issue, and he's got like kids, and then he has his gay lover on the side.
Yeah, but
that could be fun.
So I get what you're saying, but what I would say the argument is that it is.
Oh shit! Someone fell the fuck down.
It is an equally pointless addition to a character, regardless of orientation.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So like if you have a character.
That is the main point.
No, but like if you have a character who has a wife, that's just like a fact of the character, and it doesn't really come up.
Yes.
That is an equally just like filler description of a character as a gay character would be, and for that to be like a problem, I don't see it as like a bad thing to do that.
Well, if it were just a gay character, I'd agree with you, but this is an established character that has a wife that was clearly not gay, in every previous iteration of said character.
So in this particular example,
it's like Dumbledore is gay on steroids.
Right,
you know,
right,
like,
yeah, so I get
this character has existed for literal decades, and now you are adding this in for seemingly nebulous reasons. And the big question in my mind is why? What does it have to do with the plot? If they can make it have something to do with the plot, then good for them. All hats off to them. They've made it make sense. But the main question is why? What are your reasons for doing this other than for brownie points in the what's it called? The test audience.
Yeah, so like
oh shit. Are you dying?
Yeah, it's kind of that it's kind of that muddy area where like you can't quite tell yet because there is always the chance. Yeah, it's like they just want gay characters because
did you get flung
it's
off the
important to have
fucking
representation
cliff?
or whatever. But
You actual moron.
Who did? Who died?
You
Fell off.
You fell off the cliff.
Oh, well, I'll be back.
Screaming, please help me down to the bottom of the cliff. Fuck you.
I'll be fine.
Fuck you, Shorzy. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. Again, I don't care too much about this property to actually care whether or not they quote-unquote butcher the original source material.
Yeah.
But the main point that I have is, what does this have to do with the plot? And if it has nothing to do with the plot, why is it in the show? And
I think there's a certain something to be said for filler descriptors that I think is still kind of just important for fleshing out.
I think that's fair, but this is an already fleshed out character.
Yeah. So I see what you're saying for this character specifically, like, especially if they already had an established orientation in the lore.
Yeah.
And at which point, like, I remember, like, I remember way back, like, I don't know, fucking whenever the
fucker, get out of here.
I guess it was either the first or second of the rebooted Star Trek movies. Where they made Sulu canonically gay. And even George Takei was like the guy who played originally and is like famously gay.
Yeah.
He was like, really, guys?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to do that. And like, so yeah, there's something to be said for like when it's obvious pandering, like you're taking an established character and changing their orientation.
Oh, you
like, okay.
Actual fucker.
Oh, did I die like right before you got there? Oh,
yeah, literally. I'm literally right there. And now you're crumbling into dust.
I was clumsy.
Fuck you.
Yeah, you certainly were. Fucking falling off a cliff like that.
God, I hate you so much.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, we have other things to talk about, I guess.
Sure. Yeah, we did spend the first hour and a half basically talking about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. A show that I don't particularly enjoy, but, you know.
A show that neither of us have actually fully watched yet. Last couple episodes. If you want to talk about controversial TV shows, though, I've been watching She-Hulk.
Look, man, I don't even want. Look, man, all I fucking know is that she's twerking with Megan Thee Stallion and that she's a strong, independent woman because she had to fucking get catcalled or something.
Yeah. Okay. So,
look, before you get into that, here's my question.
Yeah.
Considering she's a lawyer,
Yes.
why didn't they go with, I have training as a lawyer and have already had to deal with the worst scum that society has ever had to bring to light? Like, make her like, okay, I'm a, oh shit, ogre, that came out of nowhere. Make her like a prosecutor for child rapists or something. Oh wait, Hollywood doesn't think that's bad, I guess, whatever. But you know, like, there's a built-in explanation here.
Yeah, no, yeah.
What the hell are they doing?
So here's the thing, Purple Ape. That would have been smart. That would have been
an intelligent move. That would have made sense.
That would have been good. So I do having watched the episode in context before I had seen anybody reacting to it.
The Megan Thee Stallion episode, or
no, the
where She-Hulk is now turned into a literal sex object.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so
I just don't get it.
In context, the quote's not as bad as people make it out to be.
Okay.
But it was kind of poorly written. It was, but let me try to provide some context. So when she says the scene, it's the first episode. She has just gotten her She-Hulk powers.
Yes.
And she's upset about this because it basically uproots her entire life, and you know, she doesn't want this. She wants to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
That was her whole thing.
Of course.
And
can she not turn back? Is she stuck green, or like?
No, she can turn back. She's actually very easily able to switch between the two forms.
What the fuck's the problem?
Yeah. Okay. So we get into the problem of over time, but in this first episode, she's basically summer camp with my cousin Bruce, because my cousin Bruce accidentally gave me Hulk powers.
Wait, so can you explain to me how she gets the Hulk powers?
So she's hanging out with Bruce Banner in a car, and the car crashes. And Bruce's blood infects her blood, basically.
So wait, all you have to do to get Hulk powers is steal a little bit of his blood?
So
they bring that up and they're like,
there is an explanation. Most people, the blood would kill them, but because of very specific genetics, Bruce and his cousin are able to survive and just turn into Hulk instead of dying.
Okay.
So that's the like.
Considering Spider-Man, I'm willing to accept it.
Yeah, like it's like there's a little bit of, you know, techno babble involved, but like it's fine. It's not something that like is a plot hole or anything.
Fair.
I'll leave it be then. Yeah. So in this first episode, Bruce is, you know, trying to make sure that his cousin, I'm blanking on her name, even though I just watched the fucking episode. She-Hulk. He's watching. I don't remember her actual fucking character's name. It's like Natalie or something.
It's like Natalie.
Something like that. But like, he's like, you know, he's giving her the rundown of like, all right, so you gotta, you know, maintain your anger and everything. So we're gonna practice that and stuff like that. And she's very annoyed because she's like, I want to get back to my life. And
that's fair.
But like, I'm stuck here in this fucking like cabin in the middle of nowhere. Because my cousin thinks I'm going to go on a rampage and murder people, even though I'm not.
Does she not?
No, she does. She actually has more control over. So this is where we get into the differences between the two characters. So it's established early on that she actually has a lot more control over the power than Bruce did when he was first turned into the Hulk.
Fair.
and so she supplies a reason, and the reason is that quote that everybody has been talking about. And so it's a poorly written quote, but here's the way I saw it when I was watching the episode for the first time, before I even knew that there was a controversy around this quote, which was, this is a person who is still in denial about what's going on with her.
Yes.
And she wants to get back to her old life, so she's coming up with this dumb explanation for like how she can control her powers better than her cousin Bruce, who has been who's lived through hell for like a decade basically,
right
before getting control over his powers.
If I may give a reaction.
Sure.
That feels like running cover. I'm not buying what you're saying. And maybe it's just the context of it.
No, so here's the thing. So like well, granted you haven't seen the episode, but
yes.
But like even so, like the fact remains that the fact that I have to give this explanation as like how I saw it personally
makes the writing poor in the first place.
It shows that the writing could have been better.
Yes.
Because a good amount of people who were all ready to hate on this show before it even came out.
Yes.
They leapt on this quote immediately.
Yeah. It's a testament to their swiftness that's basically all I know about the show.
I know, and it's just like
I literally know nothing other than Megan Thee Stallion and that scene.
Yeah, so let me tell you, so the show is fine.
Okay, I was expecting as much considering it's Marvel and
it's
more often than not they have quote unquote quality.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not their best work. The show can be a little cringy. But like
most Marvel is. Again, I'm not going to fault Marvel for having a level of cheese to it, you know.
No, so the thing was, when they pitched the show and they were talking about it like in interviews and stuff, they actually said as much. They were like, the show's going to be a little bit more lighthearted. It's going to have, a more comedy. It's just going to be like kind of its own little story in the MCU that doesn't involve like a lot of overarching, craziness or whatever. And we're going to kind of explore like this main character and her like connection with, her life around her and all her life as a woman basically, and as a She-Hulk and as a superhero and all these different aspects of her character. And it's like, it's fine. Yeah, fine. There's nothing wrong with any of that.
I'm always up for a good character piece.
Yeah, so it is. It's a character piece. The problem is that most of the humor isn't that funny.
That would be a big issue. That would be a big issue in a comedy. Can you imagine if an Adam Sandler movie wasn't funny? Oh, that would be terrible.
No, but I can't. Unimaginable. No, so there are funny moments. I've been watching. There's 3 episodes out now. I've seen the 3 episodes. And there are funny moments. The show overall is fine. There are some cringy moments too. Like they do the same. They have the same kind of fourth wall breaking that Deadpool does sometimes, where like she'll look at the camera and she'll be like, "Oh, this is a funny comedy show, haha." And it's just like, okay, you
Deadpool literally has a canonical reason that happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that She-Hulk also does. I haven't read the comics.
No. Nope.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what Deadpool's canonical reason
I
is
understand.
because it's not brought up. It's not brought up in the movies, at least.
Because he had. There are several reasons. One, he's just written like that. He's written as a parody of superheroes in general. So he's written to kind of always have a general cognizance of.
Well, that's not a canonical reason though. That's just.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is. What do you mean?
Well, like, I mean...
His character is written to understand that he's a comic book character.
Well, yeah, but...
That's canonical.
What's
the character understands he's a comic book character.
Okay, but what's the difference between that... what's the difference between that and She-Hulk, then?
Well, She-Hulk, once again, has a, decades-long history of existing and not having that ability.
Oh, okay. So okay.
The difference is established character.
I haven't read the comics, so I don't know. But because that is not brought up in the Deadpool movies at all. It's just literally just it's just he breaks the fourth wall in the movies. And
Yeah.
it's a joke. But,
Again, that's fair. But again, so just to get a little bit into Deadpool, Deadpool also has a sexual liaison with death. So he also understand he has a higher understanding as he is literally involved with a higher being.
Oh, okay, all right.
I think on another occasion he literally met the writer in the story. That or the one above all, which is a weird concept in Marvel lore, where there's this like literal canonical god, and he's just like, he meets Spider-Man maybe once or twice, and he's like, Spider-Man's like, why things suck for me? And got the one above all is like, lol, fuck you.
because
they move
because
on.
it's entertaining for our audience. That's
Exactly. And then beyond that, there's also another god character, which I think was Jack Kirby, the original illustrator and writer for Marvel Comics.
Okay.
So there are multiple god figures.
Yeah.
This is just kind of lore, but I think Deadpool has had interactions with god characters that make him sort of... Who the fuck? What is this child doing looking at me? Get out of here.
So what you're saying is, basically what you're saying is that there's nothing like that with She-Hulk, as far as you're aware, in the comics.
As far as I know. I'm not the deepest into the lore.
Yeah.
As far as I know, she doesn't have a history of this.
I did get the vibe from watching the show that she probably did the same thing in the comics, just because of how overt her fourth wall breaking was in the MCU, considering like none of the other shows or movies do that.
It's fair.
But like,
I haven't heard that.
I wouldn't know.
Again.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't know either. Honestly.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that she actually does. Because, I mean, I don't know too many people who actually read the She-Hulk comics, you know? It's just kind of like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Exactly.
Where's I going with this? So it has some cringy humor like that, but there's also some pretty funny moments. Like, in the third episode, she's defending she's defending a superpowered person who was jailed and is now looking to go on parole after rehabilitating himself.
Was it Megan Thee Stallion?
No, that's the B plot. The A plot of the episode is that she's defending this like monster guy, Abomination, who he's fighting. He was arrested after fighting the Hulk like a decade ago or whatever.
Okay.
And he's looking to go on parole, and she gets assigned this by her boss because she's a superhero, and she's like, this is a conflict of interest. He tried to kill my cousin, and the guy was like, oh no, it's okay. He signed all the proper paperwork. He's cool with it. She's like, but I'm not cool with it. And so that's the whole thing. But then she decides it's actually okay because she talked to Bruce, and Bruce is like, oh yeah, that's all water under the bridge. Who cares? But so she's defending this guy, and it comes up that he quote unquote broke out of prison because this sort of side character, Sorcerer Supreme, but not Doctor Strange, like his sidekick character. He broke him out of prison because he wanted to test his strength in like a fight or whatever. So he did it against his. So the defense was, he only left prison against his own will, and then he came back of his own free will, basically.
Okay.
And so that was the defense. And the
weird
reason
flex,
defense,
but okay.
Yeah, the reason this defense works is because the sorcerer character shows up and is like, yeah, no, that's what happened. I basically broke him out of prison against his will because I wanted to fight him. And so like, and then so they're like, all right, so we at the board have convened and we've decided that he should be let out on parole. In other news, Mr. Sorcerer guy, you just admitted to breaking somebody out of prison. And the sorcerer guy's like, it is time for me to go, and he just teleports out.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that was pretty funny. But like, so there's moments like that where there actually are some funny jokes in the episodes, but it's about even with the jokes that just aren't funny.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I mean, that's never
so it's like
that's
yeah, so
never
it's
a
not-
great mix.
Yeah, so it's not the best. That's why I'm saying like the show is fine. It's not like people kind of are blowing it out of proportion. I think, as people tend to do.
Yeah.
you know, like
I think that's the biggest thing. Like,
Yeah,
people seem far too invested in Marvel, period, in my opinion.
yeah,
I ju-
yeah, true.
You can't ask me to care that much because it's not that interesting.
Yeah.
And maybe this is just me dismissing people's hard work and the long fabled history of all these incredible the comics and things in general.
Well, you're not
But-
required to like things.
Well, exactly, and
Just because
that's
people
the
work
main
hard on
thing.
it.
I don't care if you hate a show. I don't care if you like a show. I care if the show is good. And I think that
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
very
point.
opinionated too, but like
Well, wait, what? Mine is
Well, I mean,
opinionated? Well, I guess,
like,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
like,
fair.
I mean, like shows can be good to some people and bad to other people.
Well,
you know, like-
again, remember we discussed this at the beginning of the episode.
yeah,
I care for technical excellence,
right.
well-written dialogue, well-written characters, well-shot scenes, and all that. Fuck you, Coop Falbutt.
I just like my fucking pawn just showing up being like, sup.
What up? How you doing?
I know I just fell off a cliff and died, but you know, whatever. Who cares?
But yeah, so I am not against any of these shows being made.
Right.
Just make them good. Just write them well, and I've got nothing to say about it, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. But like, yeah. I'm just because I feel like a lot of the criticism the show has gotten has been very much like, oh, she's trying to throw in a bunch of woke feminism and whatever. And it's just,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the character though. you know.
Yeah, I get it, but
Yeah, like,
is that character interesting? If the
I'd
character
say
is just,
so, like,
I mean, that's fair, but a lot of people don't really want quote unquote politic. What the hell?
yeah, and they don't have to watch the show.
What is
you
going
know?
on? Yeah,
know, like,
no, but
I feel like
that's
a
my
lot of,
main point. Like,
well,
if
I
you
feel
don't
like a
like
lot
it,
of
don't watch it.
Well, I feel like a lot of Marvel fans, they kind of feel like every Marvel show has to cater to their specific interests.
What the fuck are you doing
You know what I
here,
mean?
bro?
Like She-Hulk is it's like a. Why is this guy just creeping on you?
We'll continue this conversation in a second. Sir Gabrain has something to say.
Oh yeah, okay. Gabrian. Gabrian sounds like when somebody's like, "Hey, what's your name?" You're like, "Yeah, Brian." Your name is Gabrian? Yes.
Ooh.
But even that is but a preamble. Giving him cause to meet with the Duke in private is as good as lending him your
Spies of sedition.
Okay.
Grace's breast.
Okay.
Ontario is determined to see Fiedel's traitorous designs thwarted. Allow me to bring the letter to Sir Dario.
Are you really gonna try saving the Duke? He tried to murder his wife.
No ill consequence. All I've heard of you suggest a personal judgment.
I
Pray, give me the letter, sir.
I don't know what to do.
I mean, he was a little possessed, I guess, at the time. I think he's got some sort of darkness in his brain or something.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Fiedel's been pissing me off. What with him not being there. I don't know. ClearPearl, what do you think? Should I give it to him or should I not?
So wait, who's trying to assassinate who right now?
No one's trying to assassinate anyone, as far as I know.
Oh, wait, but what's the letter about then?
So the letter is about them taking supplies and being weird.
Oh yeah,
I
this
guess.
is the military with too much money.
Yes.
And so the letter says that what's in the letter? Is it like evidence that they've been like stealing it or something?
I don't know what happens here.
Oh well, I don't know. I mean, like,
I don't.
is the letter in your hand that you
The
were
letter-
want to give this guy?
I have to give Fiedel this letter that will show that apparently he is corrupt. But
well, I mean,
I don't know who's telling the truth, and they're literally just making me having me make a judgment call on this guy's mustache versus the other guy's mustache, and I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I feel like less corruption's better, right? So, you know.
Yeah, but how do we know? He just said that Fetal is a conspirator and an ambitious pig. So.
But what did Fetal do for you? He's Fetal's trying to.
Yeah, but what did this guy do for me?
Well, yeah. So Fetal's like, hey, I think there's some corruption going on, and Gabrian over here is like, hey, I think Fetal's the corrupt guy. Am I getting this right?
I have an idea. I'm gonna try something quick. I'm gonna try something real quick.
So be it then.
Sure.
So Dario was sure you would hear sense.
My God.
Seem even his judgment. I'll not pursue the matter further.
Oh my God.
Hope this
It's a
mistake
grave
will not bear
shame.
you bitter fruit in time. Pray.
Can I talk to you? Oh, he won't talk to me anymore.
What do you make of all this tis
Uh-huh.
important to say, but
Uh.
I fear that long as the people are watching the sky.
Okay, I can't get. So there is an opportunity to forge things in the game.
Oh, sure.
So I was wondering maybe I could give them both, but you know, didn't seem like it worked.
Oh, well.
Whatever. Fetal, the tiny mustache, you get the letter.
Yeah, okay.
I'll know not to expect overmuch.
Hey, Fetal.
What the fuck you? Oh,
I'm
definitely wish I got that. Oh, you son of a bitch! I will.
I'm literally
fucking
giving
kill
you a letter right now.
And the seal is yet unbroken. Good. Its contents remain a
I mean, he's just kind of a dick. Doesn't mean he's a bad guy.
Wow.
I shall give it to his grace myself.
You found the letter.
You are a wonder, sir.
Its contents remain
I
a
shall see
secret.
that you are properly...
All right. So, open it.
All right. I guess we're done here.
Great. Okay, so so one of two fellow conspirators may or may not have been screwed just now.
Yeah. It's true.
So somebody
Das
somewhere,
ist true.
somebody somewhere is getting fucked over, and we don't know who it is.
Nope.
Darn.
Alrighty
Sure.
then. Whatever.
Great.
I don't know. That's. I mean,
Yeah.
I again, like, sure. Whatever. I guess.
And I know.
I don't know what to even say to that. I don't know. This quest sucked from beginning to end. And I have
Whatever,
no
you get-
idea what to do now.
You get paid either way.
Who
You get your
what
experience
quest do
points.
I have?
I don't know.
Keep your wits about you. It doesn't send me anywhere.
Beware of
I
ambush.
literally only have side quests.
Well, then maybe do some of them, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
But these are things that just happen over time. I guess I could go give Selene a Grand Seas herb to acquire a draught of herb ale.
Yeah, do it.
Whatever. I've
We get
made
6,000
no
experience.
progress this episode.
Well, I mean,
We just
I don't know
talked
what-
about stupid TV shows and made no progress.
Well, you know, sometimes life's just like that. You know, you just do a bunch of side quests for a while, and
Whatever.
you're like, oh shit, I forgot to actually pursue my career. Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I know how it is.
yeah.
Anyway, any other things happened this week of note? No TV show. Well, I mean, the Game of Thrones TV show came out, I think, last week or so. But again, I haven't
Oh,
watched
yeah.
that. I don't really.
I haven't watched it either.
That's the one I've been specifically scorned by. So
I
not
I found out.
particularly interested.
I found out some people are watching it.
I have heard this as well.
Yeah, so it's not what I thought it would be, which is
Nobody watching it.
Nobody watching it because everybody hated the end of Game of Thrones so much.
Well, that's the issue. Like, they haven't earned my trust or respect.
I heard
maybe if they get to 3 seasons and actually are halfway decent, sure.
I heard
But probably not.
George R.R. Martin came out a little while ago and said that he told the showrunners that they should make the show at least 10 seasons, I think is what he said, or more. Like bare minimum 10 seasons or more. And the showrunners said, nah. And then, for some reason, one of the biggest complaints about season 8 was that it was too rushed.
Oh, really?
So
I could never have guessed.
Yeah, so
That sounds crazy.
It could be that the showrunners who were basing their show off of pre-existing work didn't listen to the guy who made said work.
Yeah. Similar to the Rings of Power. What? I didn't say it.
So that's well, I mean, that guy's dead. It'll be a little hard to get his advice.
It still stands. They didn't get his advice now, did they? They also couldn't get his advice, but they didn't get his advice.
I suppose that's true.
I'm gonna go kill some lizards.
Tolkien wrote The Hobbit in like 1930 or something.
Maybe get on that time machine, Hollywood. You've put in enough movies to make it seem worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got billions of dollars. That might do it. I don't know. Make a time machine. Talk to Tolkien. Maybe bring him into the future. See what happens.
I think he would kill himself. He would come to the future and just be like, "What is this? Twerking? Not on my watch." Kill himself.
Why is Gimli twerking? Gimli's a dwarf. He doesn't even have an ass. Why aren't the trees talking?
The trees should be talking right now. Someone explain this to me. Nothing makes sense anymore. The trees aren't talking.
What was I saying? What was the oh yeah, we were talking about the Game of Thrones stuff.
Yes.
The show that neither of us have watched, and we're surprised that people were watching.
Yeah.
But
this is true.
Tracing our steps a little bit. I was like, and then I mentioned that George R.R. Martin was like, "Hey, they didn't listen to me," and then the show sucked.
Well, I remember I probably said this on stream before, but I remember this interview I saw.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years ago, where he explicitly says, "Okay, well, if you've spent all this time and you've made all this work with the idea that at the end of it all, the butler did it, and then some intelligent people figure out that the butler did it, because get this, you've been leaving clues that the butler did it, that doesn't mean you can just change the story at the end, because now it won't make sense."
Yeah, and also like it's a testament to your good writing that people were able to pick up the trail, you know?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
It's funny that you brought up the butler did it, because I read recently. I don't know how accurate this is, because I think it was like a Tumblr post or something, but I have no reason to disbelieve it.
Fair.
So apparently, the stereotype or trope or whatever of the butler doing it.
Yes.
Predates the first known instance of the butler actually doing it. So
the first butler did it is
so let me
a
explain.
fake out.
So let me explain.
Go for it.
I believe the dates were so in 1930 I believe was the first.
Oh my god, my man's got citations.
I think these are the dates. I could be wrong about the exact dates.
Okay.
But 1930 is the first known instance of a published work of literature where the plot twist is that the butler did it.
Okay.
1928,
Ooh.
you may note is 2 years before this.
Interesting.
Is the first known article complaining about the trope of the butler doing it.
What?
Yeah. So this insinuates that there are older works of literature that are lost to time, basically, because that is the only logical
Essentially.
explanation. That's the only logical explanation for how that could have possibly happened.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yeah. because
What?
people trace it. Yeah, people were like historians traced it back. They were like, this is the first story that we know about where the butler did it. But there's this article complaining about the trope 2 years before that.
I don't like that. That makes me feel uncomfortable.
That is that's weird, right?
That is very weird.
That's very weird.
Extremely weird.
The trope existed before the first known use of the trope.
Time travelers, man. We brought it up before.
Yeah.
It's fucking time travelers.
It's gotta be time travelers, man. That has to be it.
Mountain Ape, I'd love to know which 3 episodes you saw, but we've spoken of so many TV shows right now.
Presumably, they're talking about
The
Game of Thrones.
dragon?
I think they're talking about Game of Thrones.
Well, I mean, they'd probably understand it a little bit better than us. Regardless.
I too have only seen a minimal amount of Game of Thrones episodes. I watched the first season because that was the only season I was able to watch. Because I was dog sitting for your parents.
And they let you watch the HBO.
Yeah. So
Take a hit
since I
of
was
the
there all week-
HBO, brother.
Yeah, they gave me their password for the weekend or whatever. So.
Okay.
So I watched the first season. That's basically what I did. I just binge watched the first season of Game of Thrones, and then I went home.
Why don't I have any more of the... Why don't I have any more of the main quest?
I don't... Do you want me to, look up the next main quest?
I feel like... Yes, I guess.
What was the last main quest you did?
I don't... Come
Dragon's
to court,
Dogma
I guess.
main quest walkthrough.
Hold on. I got the...
What actor
license?
are you in Act 1?
Hold on. I got completed quests. Deep trouble. Rise the fallen land. I did come to court.
Okay.
And then the next one is Griffin's Bane. But who do I speak to? Aldous. Oh,
So-
I know exactly what happened. I never talked to that guy, didn't I?
So you just didn't get the quest?
That would explain a lot.
You just walked past the guy?
We were probably doing something far more important, like making fun of Festy's hat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, I know what to do now.
Okay. Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. It's only taken me 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Well, we did some stuff in between. We got jailed 3 times and then a 4th time.
True.
And then and stopped a man from killing his wife.
True enough.
Only to be arrested again.
So, is there anything else coming out that's worth watching? Any movies? Any TV shows? Anything at all?
I'm trying to think my mom's been watching The Sandman, but I haven't been watching it.
The fuck is the Sandman?
It's based on a comic book series by Neil Gaiman. It's on Netflix now, the first season. I've heard middling things about it, but fans of the comic seem to like the show, which is good.
Okay.
I haven't watched it myself, so I don't actually know what the story of it is. I haven't read the comic or anything, but I know that's come out recently.
Is it of the Sandman?
So
Like the Spider-Man villain, or?
No. So I believe he's the guy who like makes children fall asleep or whatever. Like the
Oh.
Sandman. Like the mythological Sandman.
Okay.
And I think so. My understanding of the story is like he was like trapped somewhere for a long period of time, and then he gets released and is like, what the hell happened?
Reminds me a little bit of NOS 4A2, which is one of those terrible novels that I was talking about.
Well, it is Neil Gaiman, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of sex in it. Because I've read Gaiman books before. I've read 2 so far. I've read American Gods and I've read the Graveyard Book. And there's no sex in the Graveyard Book because the characters are children.
I'm sorry. I let this go. But why the fuck is this guy sweeping the steps?
Why not?
Well, why are you sweeping outside?
People do that.
What the fuck are you talking? I've never seen a single person sweep the outside.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you don't live in ritzy areas. You know, like,
what on earth are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, if you lived in a fucking castle, you'd have a guy sweeping your steps. That's just
no, I wouldn't.
Kind of. Well, okay, well, you don't.
I wouldn't do that.
It's a thing, I promise. People do that.
No. No, I simply do not believe you.
In the condo I live in, there's a person like who once a week we can hear sweeping our fucking deck outside. the stairs leading up to our fucking condo.
What the fuck are you talking? It's
part
outside.
It's part of their maintenance.
It's gonna get dirty anyway.
Yeah.
What?
There's just a person who sweeps like once a week.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is. I'm not lying. That's a real thing.
That sounds like a lie. I'm not gonna lie. Sounds kind of like bullshit to me.
I promise you that this is a real thing.
Why?
There's a person.
Unless there's like
I don't know why.
actual leaves and debris on your stoop, and you're just sweeping it off into the grass on your front lawn to rot and die and become fertilizer. Unless you're doing that specifically, then I don't get it.
I don't either. All I know is that once a week somebody shows up with a broom and sweeps our fucking stairs.
Are they like paid?
Well, yeah, they're the fucking like they.
I'm gonna go fight a griffin.
Yeah, like there's also people cutting the grass and blowing leaves and stuff, whatever the outdoor maintenance is.
Brother, we
in the
never
area.
get people sweeping our front steps in our apartment.
Is your door like it's? I've never been to your apartment. Is it like an outdoor?
It is an out. So
like,
yeah, there's like wooden stairs.
Okay.
And like yeah, there's 3 floors with like wooden stairs.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. We have a person sweeping.
See, brother, we don't even have someone dealing with the fucking cockroaches right now.
Well,
That's the big issue that I have, personally speaking.
That could be the difference between where we live is that you have a shitty landlord.
Apparently.
Who doesn't fucking deal with cockroaches. Meanwhile, we're living in a place where they actually take care of the fucking trees and grass and bushes and stuff.
Well, they say they do. They say they take care of all this shit. And we like sent in a request, hey, can you help us deal with the cockroach situation? And they were like, oh yeah, we can do that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spray the outside. I'm like, well, that doesn't help because we saw one of the cockroaches come out from our fucking electrical socket.
They're already inside.
They're in the building. Brother, they're in the walls. You're not fixing this with a fucking spray outside our door. That's not gonna help.
They're like a 1980s era Russian spy. They're in the walls, man.
Exactly. It's so annoying. It's legitimately one of the most annoying things I've had to deal with. I mean, we keep clean enough, so it's not like it's a huge problem for us. But it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not fun to wake up at 3:30, look up at the ceiling, and see a
See a
fucking cockroach.
Just crawling out of your electrical socket? Yeah, I can see that being a problem.
No, it's not that I don't believe people are sweeping outside. It's that they don't do that.
I'm telling you, they do.
They don't do that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You're a liar. You're trying to pull one over on old Purple Light. It ain't gonna work.
I remember when I was in my LA apartment, we had a bit of a cockroach problem. So my roommate got this like cockroach killing powder or whatever, and like put it along all the walls and stuff. And it seemed to work. We didn't have any more cockroaches or anything. But then later, we had a person come in who was doing like a routine, like they were doing some sort of.
Sorry,
they were doing
not
some
you.
sort of.
I talked to this guy and he was like, "Be sure to carry your weight." I'm like, "I'm the motherfucking Arisen. You carry your weight." Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. So this person comes in and they have a dog.
Okay.
And they're
That's
like,
good.
"Hey, me and my dog, we're here to investigate each of the apartments for, I think, termites or something."
A termite sniffing dog?
I think it was termites. It was something. They were sniffing for something.
That's great. I love that.
And it was like a routine thing that apparently they do like once a year or something. It was part of like the apartment or whatever. And like apparently, and I knew they were legit because my landlord texted me like, "Hey, by the way, they're coming in like a couple weeks." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I forgot about it. And so they're like knocking on the door.
And then
and
you
I'm
were
like,
smoking weed and they walked on the door, man. Oh
No,
no.
No, but
Okay.
I knocked on the door. They knocked on the door. I opened it, and they're like, "I have this dog here. It's here to smell for fucking whatever." And I'm like,
Okay.
Oh, right. My landlord did mention that. Is it a problem that there's a bunch of cockroach poison on my floor? And they were
And
like,
the guy was like, "Yeah, that's a huge problem."
"That's a big problem. My dog can't sniff that, so I'm gonna have to do it myself."
Well, that's the big issue that we have as well. We're like,
Yeah.
"Yo, we have a dog. There's cockroaches here. It's not like we can put poison down."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we did not have a dog, so we were able to just slap a bunch of poison on the floor. Yeah, so they had to go in and like just dig around with their hands and like all my furniture and stuff, and I was like, "This is uncomfortable."
This makes me feel weird.
I don't like this. They're like digging around my mattress. I'm not hiding anything, but it's still weird. Like an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah. That's the end
Kill
of
it.
the tale.
Kill it before. Yeah.
The dog was cute. I didn't get to pet it though because it was working.
We don't even have to go to the main fucking quest.
Hey!
So stupid.
You did it.
Oh, that's so actually stupid.
Oh, is this the same griffin that like flew away before, but you killed it? So you.
Well, so what's supposed to happen is that you're supposed to not beat the griffin, and then it flies off to this tower. And you have this big epic quest at the tower.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna happen now.
Yeah, well, you did that last stream too. I remember that. You killed a griffin, and then it was supposed to fly away, but you killed it.
Yeah.
So you just did it again? Is this a different griffin?
It's a different griffin, yes.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna take my experience and go.
All right, bye.
I might go try and fight the griffin, just on my own. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, you were able to fucking take it down pretty easily that just now.
Yeah, it's fair. It's true.
So if you go to like the castle where it's supposed to fly away, there's gonna be a different griffin there.
Yes, that is what will happen.
Oh, okay. But you don't need to for the quest anymore.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I can just return. I can
You
turn
can just
in
say
the quest.
Griffin's dead. Griffin's
Enjoy
dead.
the yeah.
Yeah.
Get this. Griffin died. All good. Didn't even break a sweat.
You know that quest you sent me on to kill a griffin? I did that.
Hey, what we do in the shadows. Mountain Ape's talking about what we do in the. Have you seen that movie? Have you seen the TV show?
No, you've talked to me about it, but I never actually watched it.
The movie is 100% worth watching. The TV show from the first couple of episodes that I saw is just the movie done again.
But longer.
But longer. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if it's done well, I mean, it's not, you know, bad. It's just
Yeah.
the same thing again.
Which made it hard for me specifically to get through.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Did you ever watch the original version of Let the Right One In?
I have. Relatively recently, too.
Oh, okay.
It was...
I watched it. I watched it in
by
college.
relatively recently, I think maybe like 2 years ago. Which,
Okay.
you know, in my movie watching career is relatively recent. But I probably have a few...
Sure. Yeah, compared to like 20 years ago. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
But,
no, I really... I for a while, it was like my favorite movie in college. That's what I would tell people.
I think... It
'cause you have to have a
was
movie to tell
weird that half-naked Aryan kid was stabbing, what, his wall or his pillow?
Well, sure, it was supposed to be weird. It was a weird fucking scenario to be in.
Which is understandable. Again, spoiler alert, I guess, if we're going to start talking about Let the Right One In. Because I like the movie. Love is a strong word for me. Because I like the idea of the movie. I didn't like exactly how it was executed as much as I like the idea of the movie. And I think a lot of it has to stem from me feeling like no one really quite gets vampires right.
I felt like they got it pretty right.
I feel like Let the Right One In is almost as close as you can get to getting it right.
Okay.
But even still, in the American version of the movie,
I have not seen the American version.
So it's not as good as the Swedish version.
I've heard it's like still fine.
It's quite good.
Yeah, it's still good.
In the American version of the movie, I feel they got the relationship of the kid to the vampire better. Because I think and maybe this is just a language barrier issue, but to me, it got the emotion of the kid being infatuated with this girl, and then beyond that, I think that it got across the vampire's way of subsisting, if that makes any sense.
Well, they got that pretty close in the other movie too.
Yes, I agree with you, but I think they got the relationship closer. To get the story out, it's the story of this vampire. It's the story of this little kid who is kind of an outcast from society. He's bullied a lot. He's not really able to connect with society, and this vampire who, one, needs to survive by drinking blood, and two, requires another thrall because her thrall is getting a little older, and is manipulating this child into eventually, I assume, becoming her thrall and to help her survive in the world.
Yeah.
I think that this is specifically a chemistry issue. The chemistry of the American, and I could be entirely wrong with this because I saw Let Me In like a decade ago, and Let the Right One In I saw like maybe a couple years ago. So this is just a feeling. I'd have to watch the American version again to get an actual, like, real opinion on this. But I felt the chemistry of the vampire and the American. What the fuck is this child acting like a...
He's frolicking.
She's got some issues with what she's got. Okay. But no, I felt that the relationship was... I felt the American actress emoted more. And maybe that's my preference showing. Because I can also believe that, okay, a vampire, say you're 10,000 years old, it'd probably kind of be hard to get your hackles up about anything, you know? You've seen it all before. It's not like any of it matters. Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I think. Well,
Well, yeah.
what I liked about the chemistry in the Swedish version is it's like the kid's creepy. Like,
Yes.
like,
and that's the thing I didn't like about the American version.
Yeah.
Boy, the boy. He's not very good. Hey, well, Mountain Ape has now given out his location. Everyone start combing all of Sweden to find the guy.
Yeah, I feel like we might need to narrow it down a little bit more.
But if you can watch it without subtitles, I'd love to hear an analysis without that language barrier, because that's a huge issue I have with a lot of foreign films. That hey, I think I get it, but do you know that film The Wailing that I showed you a while back?
Did you show it to me?
Oh wait, we might not have watched it together. We have to watch it eventually.
I remember watching Parasite with you.
I shall pray that his innocent
With, like the last time you were visiting.
Yeah.
I thank you for your
I don't know.
a little while ago.
Regardless,
Yeah.
one of my top 3 favorite movies is a Korean film known as The Wailing, and I only just recently finally got it, which now has cemented it in my top 3.
Oh, like on DVD or whatever?
No, I understand it now. I get it. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I got it. I understand it.
You understand. Okay.
Because the analysis
but
of
you
the
really like
wording
the-
was so hard to understand, and there's always a language barrier of
Yeah.
me trying to get through it. You know, I actively will not spoil this one because it really is incredible, and I think that it's one of the seminal horror masterpieces of our time. So definitely watch it. It's really incredible. I think it's on Netflix. I think they might have taken it off, but
Okay.
ooh, the homeless people. Okay, how you doing?
None's the pity. I fancy myself.
All right. We want to prove his innocence, so I don't want to talk to you guys anymore. Anyway.
Wait, is this the family you kicked out of their fucking house?
Yeah, and what? What do you want? What the fuck are you talking about? No, I plead the 5th. What do you want from me?
Well, it seems like they want something from you.
Well, they want to all say that Fornival's an evil bastard, and I can't have that because I want to prove Fornival's innocent.
Oh. But
Yeah.
is Fornival innocent, or is he an evil bastard?
So there's a golden idol that he gives me if I prove his innocence.
Oh. Oh, well, of course he's innocent. That proves it.
Oh, Mountain Ape's just bilingual in the fucking chat. Wow, lording all over these monolingual morons. Yeah, no, don't leave. What? See, I call it a purist instead.
I'm a linguistic purist.
Exactly. I don't need no secondary language.
I believe that all words can be portrayed in English.
So good.
You know, not to be confused with all those words that you can't say in English.
Yes. No, exactly.
They don't have words for in English.
No. Never.
Yeah. Those aren't real words.
Real
words are English.
So we were talking about Let the Right One In.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I want to rewatch it because I watched it in college.
Brother,
was-
wait a year. I'm moving back up. Let's watch it together.
Oh, okay, sure. Because like I watched it for an assignment actually in college. It was my philosophy in film class, which was not what I thought it would be.
Norwegian. Sorry,
but
Mountain Ape is continuing to dox himself.
Oh, okay, sure. But the reason that we watched the movie was because we were debating whether or not the movie could be considered a horror film.
Yes.
Because it's like on the line.
Again, this comes to my big issue with horror in general.
Yeah.
In that most things that are considered horror are actually suspense, and people just can't really get their mind around what's actually going on in the plot. So they just kind of... if you have a monster and it is a suspenseful film slash the piece of if it is a if there's a monster and a suspenseful story, people put it in horror,
Like
which
horror,
is a
yeah,
huge misnomer because horror does not it's not necessarily suspenseful. It typically is, but there's a different genre for that for a reason. Like, just because there's a monster, like, is Predator a horror movie? Not really. It's a suspenseful action movie. Well, you know that it's Arnold going toe to toe with a man with 4 teeth that kind of stick out.
Is Arnold in Predator? I didn't know
Wait,
that.
was it? It was. I thought it was Arnold. It's
Well,
either
I
Arnold or Stallone. I'm pretty sure it's Arnold.
The only thing I know about Predator is the monster design, basically. Like,
Yeah.
That's literally
fair.
it. Yeah.
Sure.
So I've never watched the movie, so I wouldn't know.
Oh my shit. But yeah.
And
like,
at one point they did a crossover with Alien.
God, that was actually terrible.
I've heard.
Do
It's
you
a bad
not
movie.
learn a second language in school? They tell us.
Okay.
So full disclosure, we are both American. They tell you to learn a second language in school, and you
but you don't have to. Well, yeah, like you don't have to remember it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of the big issue there.
Yeah.
They're not gonna force you to remember what you're saying.
I studied Italian for like 8 years. Well, not 8. It was like, I think it was 6. I studied Italian for 6 years, and I could barely tell you anything about that language. I can pronounce words in Italian relatively okay. That's about it.
I took a year of Italian and a year of Spanish, and I don't know either.
Yeah, it's true. It's just, you don't need to know another language.
American public school, it's not worth it.
They make you memorize enough words to pass the test, and then you can just throw it out of your brain.
Something, something, something. Ban the monopoly on public schooling that the American society has.
What? Wait, public school isn't a monopoly.
It's near a monopoly, essentially.
But it's government run.
Yeah, exactly. Just because it's government run doesn't mean it's not a monopoly.
Oh.
What?
Oh,
If the government is the only real option that the majority has, that's a monopoly.
No, there's private school.
Yeah, which costs way too fucking much.
Yeah. So
okay. So your options are either be a millionaire or go to public school.
Yeah.
Sounds like a monopoly.
Okay, I see your point. I suppose I see your point.
And look, I keep saying again. You know I have my isms that I start getting on, and I just never leave them.
Right.
Anyway, I'm gonna start heading towards that griffin because I'm sure Fornival will be fine.
You can prove his innocence later.
Yeah. And also, we got 20 minutes to kill, and I just want to I want to talk about this for a little while.
You want to kill a griffin?
Well, I want to kill a griffin, but we're not going to get there in time. But it'll be good for leveling up, and I desperately need to do that because I'm way behind on my sorcerer abilities. Because everyone else keeps killing shit.
Oh, so you're just letting your pawns do all the work then?
Yeah, you think you would have noticed that by now, but okay.
I see you blowing shit up with fire or whatever, and it's like, I mean, it seems like you're doing stuff.
I want my tornado. The tornado is the way I want to go.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Okay, we did that again, sure. But no, so I think it's a huge issue. I think that public schooling is, like, awful in America.
Well, I mean, a lot of the problem is that it doesn't have enough funding.
Yeah, but it's not going to get enough funding. It's government.
Yeah, it's never going to get... Yeah, no, that's what... Yeah, I mean, you have to do a lot to
if we just funded the people stealing all our money, then they'd do the right thing with it. Come on!
No, I'm saying... well, we're not in charge of funding the public schools. The government's in charge of funding.
Exactly, and they're not doing a good job, are they?
Yeah, no, they're really sucking at it.
But that's my main point. Because I have friends that are kind of the mind that public school, their belief is that public school is good because it provides a benefit for society and that it will standardize learning for most people and provide an opportunity for learning that would not be available otherwise. And my main counterpoint is that a significant number of public schools have a 20 to 30% literacy rate. So clearly they're not fucking doing very well.
Wait, what? No, that's not. Wait, what?
I didn't say all of them. I said a significant number. Okay, here we go.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying the total literacy.
No.
Public schools.
I'm saying that a non-zero number of public schools in the public school system, and I think a significant amount. So I can't put a hard number on that because I don't know the actual stat on that. But I do know that there are a significant amount of public schools where the literacy rate is 20 to 30%.
Is that elementary school or?
No, this is high school.
Oh, high school. Oh,
yeah.
No.
Yes, exactly.
But okay, hang on. But how do you pass the class and move on to the next grade?
That might be the dumbest question I've ever heard.
If you can't read.
Okay. Who determines whether or not you pass the class?
The teachers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say these teachers might not care about their job.
Yeah, but
and just kind of let you go. It actually happened to my cousin. He was not. I don't want to say he's not smart enough because he eventually turned into an artist/writer, and I don't think he's doing too well. But he's like, he wasn't meant for school learning in that way.
Yeah.
But he was supposed to fail a couple classes, and he was just kind of a problem student, so they just passed him to get him out of their hands.
Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, and that happens all the time.
Wow.
20 to 30%, what are you Americans doing? Hey,
number one.
Hey!
We're number one. We're number one in military spending, and that's about it.
No. We got other good things.
We're also number one in what's it? Gun-related deaths.
That's not even a little true.
No, well, I mean,
look, I'm not gonna say we don't have a lot of gun-related deaths, but you're leaving out like Brazil, brother. Come on.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know much about Brazil. I heard that numerically we're number one in that.
We also have 300. Like, what you need to see.
Yeah.
Again, yes, we have a lot of gun-related deaths. You're not gonna hear me say that we don't. But you have to look at per capita. Because just numerically, that's not a good stat. But regardless.
Right.
Number one GDP. I don't even think we're that anymore, so let's not talk about that.
Well, let's not talk about our GDP. Real Americans don't talk about the GDP.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't bash America, but I actually like America quite a bit. I think it's one of the better countries out there.
Well, sure. Well, it's the only one I've been to.
See, that's cringe. Shout out to another country, brother.
I know.
It's fun. I've been to.
Look, man, it's expensive.
I've been to 2 different countries, and that's fair. That is a very fair point.
Got shit to do here.
Have you really not been to a single other country?
The furthest I've been is Hawaii, which is still.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually like most Americans I know have been to some other country. Again, I'm not bashing you. I'm not trying to say that's like a horrible thing. I think it's just a good cultural reference.
No, I get it. I understand there's benefits to world travel and everything.
Yeah.
But no, I'd rather just
fuck you, pig.
I'd rather play video games.
See, does Brazil have a staff that I can shoot a fireball with? No. Sounds not worth it.
Sounds pretty cringe, bro. Don't even have a fireball staff.
No, No, thank you. So, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh yeah, the public school system.
Oh yeah.
It's horrendous. It's really awful.
Terrible.
It's
Terrible.
It's one of the worst systems I've ever seen.
Trust me, I've been to public school.
Yeah. So
So
you
have
should.
you.
We went to a good public school,
Yeah,
and
we
it
went to a
sucked.
good public school. Yeah, it was a good one. It was like for a while, it was like in the top 100 best public
Yes.
schools in the country.
Look, here's a big quote that changed my mind significantly on public schooling in general.
Yeah.
There are two places that you, as an American, can expect to meet violence:
Yeah,
prison and public school.
it's true. Yeah, I've heard you say that quote before, and it's fucking true. Like, I don't know
It's
anybody.
an awful situation.
I don't know a
at
single
the end of the
human
day.
being. I don't know a single human being who went to public school who has either not stabbed somebody or been stabbed by somebody.
Exactly.
Usually it's a pencil or a pen.
Usually it's a pencil. Usually.
But it could be like a pair of scissors.
Sometimes you get that kid who brought an airsoft gun and shot a sandwich. You know. Sometimes you get those two Russian kids that tried to burn down our school. Sometimes.
Yeah, Oh man, my sister was so pissed about that one because she lost a lot of her artwork in that fire.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was really annoyed.
Oh, that's right. They set fire to the. They started the fire around the art room as if that was the place that wasn't gonna have sprinklers.
Right. Yeah. But they still lost a lot of artwork that day.
Yeah.
And my sister was
less to the
livid.
fire, more to the sprinklers. Honestly.
Yeah. I do remember. I remember the time when a student lit fire to like a billboard because they it was like exam week or something. So we our exams were delayed because they literally burned the fucking billboard. But we still had to do our exams anyway.
Awkward.
We just had to do them a little bit later.
Haven't been to South America, Oceania, and Antarctica yet. That implies you've been to everywhere else, which is very impressive.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, man. South America's pretty big.
I'm not sure if you want to go to Oceania. Last I checked, they were, under some sort of fascist government. That's a 1984 joke, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, I got it.
I'm a little drunk and tired, so that one didn't come out right.
Let me tell you, it's been a hot minute since I read 1984.
I think it was Europe was Oceania, with Britain eventually being like the central area of the party.
Actually, what is Oceania now? Like,
I think Oceania is kind of Europe, including the UK.
Oceania countries. How many countries in Oceania? Fiji, New Guinea, Solomon Islands, Marshall Islands, Micronesia, New Zealand, Vanuatu, Australia. Oh, Australia's
Australia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Samoa, Palau, Kiribati, Tuvalu, Nauru, and Tonga.
Tonga, eh? Okay.
Yeah.
So I clearly have no idea what geography is.
Yeah, no, I literally, I was like, I thought Oceania was like, it was like north of Australia, but not like in Australia. But
I know Oceania from 1984. I am completely oblivious to any other form of geography.
I've never been good at geography. I remember the embarrassing geography B in middle school. Do you remember that?
No. See, I don't participate in that shit.
Well, I didn't want to participate either, but they made everyone do the first round.
Really?
They did. Yeah, so like
in what
they would have
school?
like
Middle, high?
Our middle school.
See, I didn't go to your middle school now, did I?
Well, you did for part of your time.
Yeah, but not during the time that apparently that happened.
I guess. So what they would do is they would have like a proctor for the geography bee go into every classroom and just go around the whole class and ask everybody a question. And if you got the question right, you move on to the next round. And every time they did that,
you didn't.
Every time they did that, I would get the first question wrong. So, yeah, I was never very good at geography.
Mountain Ape have been to a cunty in every other continent.
I'm going to assume they meant country and leave it at that.
I'm gonna firmly remain at cunty and enjoy that until the cows come home.
Well, I mean, you'll hear that word a lot more if you go to Australia.
That's true.
So maybe you meet a few cunties in Australia.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of cunties, that's one of my favorite parts of the book that I'm reading right now, Between Two Fires.
Oh sure.
So I guess you haven't met him. There's a character called the Hound in Game of Thrones. He's a knight. He's a knight. He's like, he swears a lot. He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah,
but
I think
his story is
season
basically 1. He's a little bit in season 1, but he becomes
Yeah.
a much bigger part of the story later.
Oh, okay.
But so this story is essentially like The Hound, the book, and it's really good. And this leads to me saying that he calls things cunting a lot.
Oh.
Which is really like, oh, I can't deal with this cunting demon anymore. I can't deal with having no cunting wine. And I'm like, oh, that cunting lord over there. I didn't know that cunting was a descriptor. I have so much more. Their English is so much more versatile than I ever could have imagined.
I gotta say, it has to be more fun than saying fucking. Like,
it's pretty good, man.
Like, it sounds like he's just using it as a replacer for fucking.
Pretty much. It's great.
And I'm not gonna say no to that. I believe this world could use more flowery language, you know?
It's true. It's true.
And we need more ways to swear.
I believe Kat has arrived with a burrito for me.
Ooh.
Delicious. You can tell I'm not looking at the screen because I can't. I'm just.
Yeah, I see you just kind of walk into the walls and shit. Yeah.
So we got 4 minutes, so I can end early a little bit. It's okay.
So
Mind if I end early? Like 4 minutes to eat a burrito?
You can enjoy. I'll allow you to enjoy your burrito. That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been ClearPearl.
I've been Purplite.
We will be back Tuesday because Monday's the holiday. So Tuesday, theoretically, we'll be doing something if Purplite is free. Otherwise, we'll be back Wednesday with something new actually. So yeah. So anyway, follow us on our links down below. We got a Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Discord links as well, and also find the Moon Croon on Etsy and Instagram. The folks who do the art for the channel are also selling stickers, and if you use the code ClearPearl, all capital letters, you can get 50% off of all orders for 3 or more stickers. So support them, support us, get some cool stickers out of it. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
See you.
Enjoy your burrito.